get some coffee. I got to grab my notes. I'll be there.
This
I'm coming.
is all day for me.
Yeah, well. I was going to say, you move like a cat over there.
All day.
You move like a cat.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually think that people see us as coming on calm, cool, and collected.
There was a bit of sarcasm.
I know
there.
that.
There's a bit of sarcasm
a lot
there,
of it.
maybe.
I know also that it's really settling for you.
Yeah, well.
But you've been doing it your whole life.
Yeah.
When the it's you can get there 5 hours early, like for a broadcast, like a game.
I've done it every single way there is to do it.
Right before you come on, something's going to happen, and then away you go. What's going to be the open tomorrow, Chuck? How are you going to open?
I really don't know
yet.
Come
back, and now it's the players are coming out of the field, and the scene, you're setting the scene.
There's got to be some kind of
Stadium.
reference to, what kind of week it's been, and I don't know exactly.
Yeah.
I'll figure it out tonight.
Well,
have a couple of drinks, figure it out,
You confidently hope you remember the next morning.
You know how it is.
What was that? There was a scene, and remember when Mad Men was out, the ad agency show, and there was a scene where the guy was staying up all night trying to come up with the best idea for this marketing plan, and he finally got it, and so he tried to stay up all night so he wouldn't forget it. He fell asleep and forgot it. That'll be you. You'll have the perfect open. You better write it down.
I've been there.
You better write it down.
Or you'll have the perfect open worked out in your mind, and then your mind will just go blank.
Yeah.
15 seconds. What was I going to say?
Yeah.
And, that stuff all.
What is the scene?
That happens.
What kind of week has it been? What is the scene? What are we expecting?
I've got to believe, honestly, for the coaches particularly, and probably even the players too, just getting to the field tomorrow, just getting to the game. There's got to be some relief in that. Just like I'm sure getting to the practice field this week. I mean, that's their sanctuary right now. And, I can tell you from having been around a little bit this week that, they turned the page very quickly. It's business as usual over there right now. Now, look, we've seen this before. It's business as usual until it's not. But, if you were to walk in the football building right now and not know about all the things that have happened, you wouldn't guess.
It's excitement, I think, is probably maybe
surprising
for Razorback fans, but there's excitement
with
the team.
Absolutely.
They're ready to go play.
Absolutely.
And I'm ready to see them play.
You get to do this probably, in Arkansas's case, and these guys' case, certainly. You do it one time. That's it. And you're not going to get that chance again. So, heck, go out there and play. I don't care what happened against Memphis. I don't care what happened against Arkansas State. I don't care what happened in anything in the past.
Everybody
just go play
on that field that will play tomorrow grew up knowing about Notre Dame.
Well, yeah.
But no, regardless of how good they were, everybody knows about Notre Dame.
They are part of the pageantry of college football. They're one of the cornerstones of the pageantry of college football. What makes it great? They're not making movies about every school out there, and so, to have them in your stadium and to get to play them, I'm not saying that you should be awed or honored even necessarily, but as a player, I would think that, this is what you dream about.
This may sound slightly cheesy, but I tend to go there sometimes, and I'm fine with it.
Well,
nothing like a good grilled cheese at 607.
That's right. Let's get cheesy.
But let's get cheesy. We sit around all off season, and we talk about waiting for college football to get here. On these stations that we're on, they started counting down with I don't know how many hundreds of days left until
683 days.
It's 97 days.
Until the 2027
That's
season.
right. That's right.
You've heard them. You've heard them all. And then we're going to sit here and not treat every game like it's a special occasion?
Well, you have people all summer, I can't wait for football. And then 3 weeks into, bring on basketball.
I can't even watch
I can't watch this.
Just live it. Just live it for better or for worse. And by the way, I don't know about you, but every game I've seen Arkansas play, there's been a lot of excitement in it so far this year. There's been drama the way you wanted them to, but you get, you watch Taylor. And by the way, you don't have that many games to watch Taylor and Green. And every time I got the TV on or I'm at the game and they run out there, there's a chance something. It's kind of like when Matt Jones played. You don't know what's going to happen.
Well, and look, there's some of that going into tomorrow. I've talked to people, and I've kind of felt this way. I'm not really sure what to expect. But I do know this. I know Arkansas is going to come out and give max effort.
Cool.
Some of it's going to be for themselves. Some of it's going to be for their head coach. Some of it's going to be to stick it to people that don't think they're any good. They're going to be motivated to play. I don't have any doubt about that. Now, whether or not it's going to be good enough at the end of the day, I guess we'll find out. But Notre Dame is Notre Dame. But let's not fall into this Alabama trap of finding yourself down 10-0 before you even kick off the game because you've spent the day worried about everything that might happen. Go out there and play. You're never going to get to do this again. Make it count.
Some people are really worried about how the game's going to end.
I know.
I happened into this morning. Not only was it said on television, somebody thought it worthy enough to pull and post, which we've done on this show. We pull clips, we post them, regrettably at times.
We cringe. I cringe.
There's no regret.
Edward's great. I cringe.
Yeah. And, it's just part of the world. But this was something that they thought, was worth hearing again. And so here it is. It's Ty from later in the day on the Morning Rush, Ty Richardson, who was brought on KNWA to talk about the game in the Pig Trail Nation. And this is how he wants to see the game end.
I think I'm going to be honest. If I'm an Arkansas fan, and maybe our audience doesn't feel this way, I don't want my offense to have the ball at the end of that game. Legitimately, I would rather, as bad as they've been in last two games, I would rather have the Arkansas defense with the chance to stop C.J. Carr and that Notre Dame offense at the tail end of that game. And that may be way off and when people's thought process and everything else, but to just maybe give them a chance to wash the bad taste out of their mouth the last 2 weeks, what a way to do it, to knock off a top 25 opponent who's never stepped foot in Fayetteville.
I would like to just quickly point out that Arkansas's defense was on the field at the end of the Memphis game. They were. And I'd like to point out the backup quarterback came in and ran up the middle. Instead of getting 4 yards, he got like 11.
Yeah.
They were on the field. I don't know about you, but I'll take Taylor Green and the ball every time at the end of the game. When you go out there and decide the opening coin toss and what you want, do you want to defer to the second half? They should just go out there and be like, look, we want the ball to start the first and second half, but we'll give Notre Dame the ball last. Can you imagine? Does anybody want to be in that situation? Unless you have a lead. Now, if you say it like that, if you say, hey, we hope Arkansas is up by plenty. But if you're talking about like it comes down to a one-possession game, you've just scored. Like the whole thing last week was like, man, we got to hold on to the ball and then score. And we were all thinking the same thing in both games, in both the Ole Miss game and the Memphis game. You're both thinking this. We're all thinking the same thing. All right, make sure you score, but don't leave them any time, because whoever gets the ball last is going to win. That's what, if anything's been true about what 99.9% of us agree on with this outside of Ty about this team, it's score and don't leave any time on the clock.
You don't hear a lot of guys saying whoever's defense is on the field last probably wins the game.
I got to say, it's a unique take.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bart, you look like you're pondering.
Bart has nothing nice to say.
Bart's pondering. What do I want to say?
If they could have that back, they would have brought a blower into the studio and a chainsaw. And you wouldn't have been able, to hear it very
That's
well.
what you should do is play that cut again and have the chainsaw.
We'll get there. Okay.
Yeah.
You got it? Okay, here we go.
I think I'm going to be honest. If I'm an Arkansas fan, maybe our audience doesn't feel this way, I don't want my offense to have the ball. Legitimately, I would rather, as bad as they've been in last week, I would rather have the Arkansas defense chance to stop C.J. Carr and that Notre Dame offense at the tail end of that game. And that may be way off in people's thought process and everything else, but to just maybe give them a chance to wash the bad taste out of their mouth. What a way to do it, to knock off a top 25 opponent who's never stepped in.
Hey, that's how we start at 6:13 on a Friday morning.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Oaklawn is here for when you want real action and the wait is over. Live
racing is back. Every weekend brings big moments, big crowds, and your chance to feel the thrill of a big win. The holiday racing season begins Friday, December 12th, and runs through January 4th. Then, the excitement returns with the classic racing season, January 30th through May 2nd. It's racing, it's winning, it's everything you've been waiting for. Oaklawn Hot Springs. Join the fun. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-on Sports Bistro. We live for this.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $185 a month. It's Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. It's home away from home. The two best guys in mediocre sports radio.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
When's the last time you wrote someone a handwritten note?
It's been a while, I have to admit. I mean, I've sent a lot of what I consider
Birthday
to be
cards.
meaningful texts, but I have.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
The reality is everybody outside of the SEC always wants to beat SEC teams. So I think even Notre Dame, they want to come to Fayetteville and they want to get a win in the SEC. That's just a huge thing that those guys talk about. So I think they're really fired up. And then, listening to the press conferences of guys on the Arkansas side, I think they feel like they have a real shot to win this game too. And I'm excited to see the way that they respond after the loss at Memphis.
Taylor McGregor, who was on the show yesterday, Arkansas alum, sideline reporter for ESPN, going to be on the call for this game, said also that Notre Dame is looking at this as an elimination game. And really, for the rest of their season, it's pretty much an elimination game for the playoff. I would argue that's also true of Arkansas.
Well, yeah, I think that's probably true. That's
Like, you know, it's an elimination game for both teams as it relates to the playoff.
Well, yes, mathematically, that's exactly right.
Is at stake for Arkansas.
Yeah, I was trying to look up.
Run with that.
No, you're right. Sounds like something Ty can get on.
Would you rather Arkansas have the ball or Notre Dame have the ball with a chance to win the game?
Well, if Arkansas's got the lead, Notre Dame is like fourth and forever. I mean, I'm okay with that.
Well, if we're going to get down, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, do you want to – which would you rather pin your hopes on after two fumbles to lose the game? I would still pick the offense.
I would prefer Taylor Green.
The best player on the field.
Yeah, let's have the ball in the hands of the best player on the field.
Man, it's Friday morning. We're going to have breakfast in a few minutes.
That's what I hear.
Walk-ons is open at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
That is massive.
If you're going to the game, if you're coming into town, maybe you're staying at one of those hotels around Walk-ons near Weddington and the bypass.
There's a lot of them there.
There is 9 a.m. They'll be open. And between you and me, if you end up getting there a little early, say like 8:30, they're going to let you in. And the bar will be open, which I know is the most important thing at 8:30 in the morning before an 11 a.m. game. And then they're going to have breakfast. They're serving breakfast, and they're going to bring us some of that breakfast this morning.
Sample.
Yeah, they're going to try it out on us. We're going to lab rat for them today.
That's fine.
On the Chuck and Bo Show, which we are great at.
I'm not above that.
We are great at that.
I'm not above
that. You got to know your role, and we serve that role well. Mm-hmm. And I'd like to just make that known for anybody else that wants to try it on us.
And, you know,
we're happy to do that.
If it's great, we'll say it's great. If it's not, we'll, compare it to
We've been down this road with Maverick.
That's right. I was going to say
where the adventure begins.
Yes.
Yeah. It did not. It ended quickly for Bart.
It began and ended right there.
Great coffee at the Maverick.
Yeah, they do. Service. I was going to say service stations. Gas stations. Convenience.
I haven't heard that in a minute.
I haven't either. Actually, I think I did. I think I saw it on a documentary last night, and that's where it was coming from. The convenience store coffee has really taken a step up in the last several years.
I mean, it's a whole thing there. It's a whole section.
Yeah. I mean, you can grind the beans right there. I mean,
Well,
who started
not
all
Maverick,
that?
but maybe
they don't have that where it's fresh. Like, the beans are all at the top of the coffee maker, and then you hit the button that you want, and
I did not
grinds
see
the
that.
beans. And
It was also very early
fresh
in the morning,
coffee.
so maybe I missed it.
Yeah, you were 4 hours.
But it was really good coffee.
You were still waking up from a 4-hour night after a long bender at the 182 concert.
Blink 183.
My goodness.
182, 183.
My goodness.
Whatever it takes.
I love doing that. His eyes just stare right through me like
I was
Bobby
in bed.
Petrino.
I was in bed. I was up on time.
Have you ever been across the table
That's what I'm saying.
from Bobby Petrino when he just looks at you?
No, but I've seen the look.
It feels like it's going right through the back of your head.
He hasn't done it to me. Bob Knight did it to me one time.
You're like, surely he's not looking at me. There's somebody directly behind me the exact same height as my eyes, and they're right behind me, and he's looking at them. And it's going straight through your skull.
Let me tell you, when Petrino would go off on those guys in practice, I'd be watching practice. I'd be over on the sidelines. He'd be like 50 yards away. He'd just look in the general direction. Everybody'd look down at the ground. It's like, don't be looking at me. I don't have anything to do with this.
Yeah, that's funny. Well, this is going to be, I think, a good environment, and it's got excitement all over it for all kinds of different reasons. I think for some people, they're secretly hoping, and maybe not even secretly, that Arkansas will lose and there'll be a change in the bye week. For other people, they're way too interested in Razorback football winning for that. And they want to see Arkansas win and turn the corner and have some momentum going into the bye week, and then we can sit around here and talk about an upset again on the road. And is it possible? And could it happen? And could you catch Tennessee, not having their best game, and maybe you play really well? And then we'll be into a 3-game home stretch. I mean, this season, for everything that's been said, we are such a prisoner of the moment. And when I say we, I mean all of us. We are all guilty of it at times.
I've had to remind myself of that more than once this week. Do not be a prisoner of the moment.
I mean, this season is not over as much as it felt like it was at the end of the Memphis game. Well, whatever your win prediction was before the season began, good or bad, it's still in play.
Well, regardless of what happens the rest of the way, if you can beat Notre Dame tomorrow, that's a moment we'll remember for the rest of our lives. They'll remember for the rest of their lives. It'll be one that we talk about 10, 20 years from now. We'll claim we were there when we weren't. Some will claim I was really rooting for them to win, when in their heart of hearts, until it got down to the end, they were kind of hoping maybe this would just go ahead and fast forward to the end of the line. And so, yeah, there are people out there that aren't going to be crushed if Arkansas loses tomorrow. I don't understand that thinking. I think the fun everybody will have if they upset Notre Dame outweighs the satisfaction that some people are going to get if their pound of flesh finally comes down the pike. So, I mean, I just think that's kind of where we are tomorrow. But you got a chance to play Notre Dame. If you win the ball game, memory of a lifetime.
Opportunity there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We talked about it when the schedule came out, how difficult it was. And then the other way to look at it is you've got all these meaningful games that you're going to turn on. People across the country will watch this game, especially if it's like we think it's going to go, which it'll be back and forth and it'll be close throughout the game and in the second half. And you have a lot of eyeballs. And, what I think it was Carmona said, or no, it was the tight end that had the two Platt, the big catches in the game at Memphis.
Or Jones. Well, Jones was the guy.
Yeah. Do we have that clip, Edward, that I sent yesterday in the group? This is me calling Edward out. The one I sent in the group yesterday, Rohan Jones. He talked about putting on film.
You sent this at dinner time last night. This was complete.
You interrupted his meal. It was family time.
Got to feed the 1-year-old.
It's family time.
It's 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
I'll pull it though.
Hey, I was at dinner too, but I sent it.
Well,
I didn't have.
Maybe you should enjoy the moment more. Enjoy your dinner and get off your phone.
Yeah, Bo. Yeah.
How about you hang up and hang out?
Edward bowing up at 6:26.
Okay, let's go to break. I mean, maybe we'll have it when we come back.
6:26. I'll have it here. Give me like 2 minutes.
All right.
We'll play it.
It's 6:26, and we'll play it at 6:30, and then Walk-ons will be here, and we eat breakfast together.
Sounds like
and
a
everything
great
will be
plan.
okay.
For the record, I love this Edward. Can we have this Edward back on Monday?
Funny.
Sure.
Yeah, let's have you here every day.
You just got to poke me.
That's the Chuck and Bo
I'll
show.
fight back.
Let's do it. See, this is what the Chuck and Bo show is. You just show up and have coffee with you.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Guys, regardless of our age, feeling good is something we all want. That's what the Sweat No Edge is all about. It's where health, confidence, and peak performance come together. We all face challenges like low energy, hair loss, who's looking at me, stubborn weight, and skin health. The good news is we can do something about it. Get your free evaluation today and see where you are. Chuck and I have both done it and are better off for it. Log on to sweatnomcosmetic.com and click on the Sweat No Edge.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
Today's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Chuck loves to network and hobnob before the game. I'm just kidding. He avoids people at all
No,
costs.
that's not true. That is not true. You make me sound like you're just an antisocial guy that stands over off to the side and says, "You people stay away from me." It's not like that at all.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Edward has finished dinner from last night.
Hang up,
He's pulled
hang
this clip, for us. And boy, that was just some real wisdom from him earlier. And a zinger aimed right at me. And I mean, it was poignant.
He was unafraid.
Poignant.
That was the
Bring
impressive
that.
part.
Bring
he was
that
totally
more
unafraid.
But we're going to have to do that all over again in like an hour. We got to hit a whole other audience with that.
All right.
Kids need to hear that. Parents need to hear that on the way to school.
That's right.
Hang up and hang out.
Put your phone down at the dinner table.
That's right. Hey, there's a women's basketball clinic for that Cal and the men's program's putting on Sunday, presented by Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. Ladies 21 and over, doors open at noon. Clinic start time is 1:30. It lasts till 3:30. It's $132. And we're going to post it on our social media accounts, Bart, so that you can easily find it to register. You just click on register, and you can be a part. Like if you want to set your wife, girlfriend up, whatever, I think it'd be a really cool experience for them to get to go learn a little bit about basketball. Not that you don't already know about basketball, but these things are generally fun. And I know Cal and his staff do a great job with these kind of things. It'll be at the basketball practice facility. Sunday, doors open at noon. Event starts at 1:30, 1:30 to 3:30. A women's clinic for Arkansas men's basketball presented by Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. I was talking earlier about the way the players are treating this game and, you know, how the season has so much left and it's not over. Regardless of what your record prediction was, it's still in play. And however good or bad it was, it's still in play. I don't know anybody that had them winning 11 or 12 games. And I'm a little tongue-in-cheek. I don't think any of us really expect them to win 10 games given the schedule, but they can still have a good season. And for these players, they're 2 fumbles away from being 4-0. And here's what Rohan Jones said to the Razorback Daily yesterday.
I think as a team, we just agreed to just keep striving forward, keep moving forward, because you can't let those minor setbacks push you back. I think we're all in the right headspace from the coaches down to the players, and I think we're all just really excited to show what we can do, because even though we fell short these past 2 weeks, we've been putting a lot of good stuff on film, a lot of explosive plays, good plays by the defense. So I think we just got to keep taking that step forward and be able to finish games a little bit better. But I think we're excited for this week, and I think everything we want is still in front of us.
Now, Chuck, you pick up on stuff like this, I know, but I want to go back to this one part in the clip. And this is what guys realize in today's world. If you have the right guys, the right character guys.
A lot of explosive plays, good plays by the defense. So I think we just got to keep taking that step forward and be able to finish.
Let me back it up more.
We've been putting a lot of good stuff on film.
We've been putting a lot of good stuff on film. They know they're on film. They know they're being watched by the next level guys. They know they have an opportunity in this game on Saturday to show people some things. I'm talking about for their futures. So they're going to play for their coach. They're going to play for, you know, the pride of winning this game. But I think they've got guys on this team that are experienced and know this is an opportunity for what they want to do next. And there's plenty of these guys that feel like they can play at the next level.
On both sides of the ball. I mean, there are guys out there that are, you know, they are thinking about that. Now, the trick is, do you think about that the most, or do you think about the guys you're playing with the most? But, yes, there are lots of guys out there that are thinking about their football futures, and they should be. Here's the thing. You know, when you hear a guy like, you know, Rohan Jones and some of these other guys talk about, you know, moving forward in a very positive light, as though everything they want is still out there. A cynical fan listens to that and it's like, what are you talking about? But if you're a player, if you're a participant, you're going to play at least 8 more games. That is going to happen. And if you go into every week, well, we're terrible. I know we're terrible. We probably, you know, I know our fans want the coach fired, and it's been 6 years. So, I mean, you know, if I was them, I mean, you know, you don't hear guys saying things like that. And if they did, the one thing I can guarantee you is they will go 0-8 in these last 8 games. I mean, they will. So if you're a participant, you have no choice but to try to be as positive as you can moving forward. Because, look, for every positive thing a guy like that says, there's 100 negative things being said by people out there. So you have to approach it that way, because if not, it's going to be even worse than people imagine.
The line's back to 4.5. Bart, how you leaning? We're not there for your locks yet. I know Arkansas is probably not.
It will not. It will not be featured in the
right.
locks.
It will not be featured
on principle.
It will not be featured. Well, let's feature it now.
Yeah.
We're in the Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. Bart, what say you
it's
about
got
the
its own
Arkansas
feature.
Notre Dame game? It's got its own segment right now.
Yeah, I would. I would lean Notre Dame just based
To
off
cover the 4.5.
Yeah.
God, get out of here.
Just based on what we've seen.
You can't have breakfast, and you need to leave now.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
You sounded certain. I mean, I would lean toward Notre Dame covering the 4.5. How did you come to that conclusion?
Well, I just think that Arkansas can't stop anybody. And Notre Dame's offense is really, really good. Arkansas's offense is really good too. And Notre Dame has struggled defensively as well. But I think Notre Dame has more talent on the defensive side of the ball than the Razorbacks do at this current moment. And I think they'll make more plays. I think Arkansas will turn the ball over a couple of times. I think Notre Dame wins by a touchdown. I think the number's too low.
Okay.
If the number was Notre Dame minus 7, I would lean Arkansas.
Yeah.
Now you can stay, but I mean, come on, man, really?
That's
the kind of truth you want to give us today.
You asked.
I think. Here's what I think. You want to know what I think? Ask me what I think.
But
what do you think?
I think they're going to reverse Rudy, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, tomorrow.
A walk-on is going to
reverse Rudy
to come on for Arkansas and make a play at the end.
They're going to
make a movie about this game.
They're going to throw a flare pass to the fullback.
Yeah,
out of the backfield.
The backup center.
Score. Yeah,
the eligible lineman.
Yeah, the third string tackle is going to recover a fumble in the end zone.
Tackle eligible,
maybe. Tackle eligible. There you go.
I think I'm gonna channel my inner Ty Richardson here. I think Arkansas should fumble early. That way they don't fumble late.
Get it out of their system. I know some people might disagree with this, but it's not going to kill me if they fumble in the first quarter. I mean, it's better than the fourth.
Look, hey, here's what I will say. Nothing on Saturday will shock me. There is no result.
Is that why you're staying away from the game?
There is no absolutely. Like, Notre Dame could blow Arkansas out. They could win a close game. Arkansas could win a close game. Arkansas could blow Notre Dame out. Like, every option is on the table. So, like, it's a definite stay away game for me. And
not as in you're not going to the game.
No, I will be there. And
you're just
wearing red in my designated section or whatever.
You're inside. You don't need to worry about it.
You're inside.
No,
wow.
I'm
what
not.
A big leaguer.
I'm not.
You're not taking the seats that we all got you.
Those are for my brother and his wife and the two
tickets
girls.
For friends and family now, huh? Just pass them around.
They're taking my nieces to their first ever
you guys need 5
Razorback
tickets?
game.
Hey, you guys need 5 tickets to Notre Dame? I just happen to have some here. I'm kidding you, man.
Took full credit for it.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah.
I'm Bart. Maybe you've heard of me. Chevy of Fayetteville Situation Room. That Bart. I got tickets. We're
oh, it's funny.
You're going to be outside? Are you going to be? Where are you going to be? You're going to be on the field, aren't you? You're going to be
I'm not.
Which end zone are you going to be standing in?
You got a pregame field pass, Bart?
I do not. No. Nor do I want one. I want to be amongst the people.
A man of the people.
I want to be a man of the people.
I'd take a field pass.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Edward, you've been on the field so many times.
Yeah, I mean,
it's
so
been a
He's
while.
always got a camera. He's always toting a
You've been in
camera,
the
though.
huddle.
I miss it.
You've been in. Well, all you got to do is call Saul and tell him to work the game this week. He'd love to have you. I don't know how Hannah's going to feel about your Saturday, but I know how
it would
he'll
get me
feel
out
about
of a 1-year-old's birthday party I have to go to
That's
at 10:30 tomorrow.
See, this is listen.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, that's.
They going to have the game on?
Yes, they did say they'll.
Well, I mean, you're fine then. I mean, nobody's going to be asking you to take care of the 1-year-old during that game.
Well, you'd be surprised.
That's a major faux pas.
How many guys have been in this position?
It's
I mean,
a major
it happens.
faux pas.
It happens. Well, Bart, when you get married, you're gonna.
It's a faux pas.
You're gonna deal with it.
It's a good word.
Like, that's a thing.
Do you think anyone there tomorrow is going to be going, man, I hate these 11 o'clock kickoffs the way Bart does?
No, I think
will
somebody.
be.
I think somebody's going to be saying, why is this party at 10:30
What were you
a.m.
thinking?
on the day of an 11 a.m. kickoff that's been announced for months?
Well, I mean, Edwards the guy for it. He can handle it.
He can do it.
Yeah.
He'll hang up.
Don't tell him he can't.
I'm
don't tell him he
bitter
can't.
on Edwards'
That's for
behalf.
sure.
Every once in a while we get some insight into Bart's singleness. Like, that's a major faux pas. Can you imagine Edward looking at his wife?
Yeah.
And just being like, no, this is a major faux pas.
This is a major faux pas.
Yeah. See how well that goes over and report back.
And then go to the event
Yeah.
and just let everybody know how upset you are to be there the whole time you're there.
Copping attitude.
Yeah, just what's wrong with Bart? Well, he thinks this whole thing's a major faux pas.
It's like, Bart, we have the game on.
Don't care, want to be there.
And then one by one, the other wives are giving Bart the stink eye. And it's just the whole thing is completely awkward. Now there's drama. And Bart's like, I don't know what's wrong. I don't know why y'all think it's my fault.
I'm going to go out in
You're
the car.
the idiots.
I'm
And
going
that's
to the
how
car.
It all goes down.
I'm going to the car. I'm going to watch the game on my phone.
And
I'm turning Chuck on the radio.
And then Bart's theoretical wife has to walk up to him and say, honey, this is not the Chevy of Fayetteville situation room. This is real life. Yeah. That's what I see in your future.
Bart's just shaking his head.
Nobody can hear that.
Yeah, this is an audio meeting.
But the head shake is dang near audible.
Yeah.
I don't have anything.
The body language is solid.
Yeah, it is.
All
is.
I'm saying is that there should not be a birthday party at 10:30 on the day of an 11 a.m. kickoff for a once-in-a-lifetime matchup at Razorback Stadium.
Get it together, for crying out loud.
Get your lives together, people.
Get yourself a Tahoe from Chevy of Fayetteville. Drive the whole family around while I'm at the
There's
game.
nobody who disagrees with me, by the way. Nobody.
well,
Bart, you should walk in and declare that. You should
Yeah, let me send you the address
I'll
to the party.
I'll be at the game. Thank you very much.
Chevy of Fayetteville has over 200 new vehicles on the lot right now. Maybe 199 because Chuck took one of the trucks. A beautiful black Silverado.
And it was not the only one. They really do have beautiful automobiles all over the lot. I'm partial to trucks, but they've got others too.
You are now.
I am. Always have been,
You
really.
missed the truck.
I did. It had been almost 10 years.
We have talked about just the confidence in your swagger.
That's right.
is
Well,
different
you
now.
just get it back, man. I mean, there's no way around it.
You do. I mean, when anything's wrong, you just go get in your truck.
That's right. I did.
And then a smile
That's
just
right.
permeates your face.
This is why I'm here.
Mark, Chris, Denver, ask for them when you go by Chevy of Fayetteville. They'll take care of you. Complimentary loaners, great selection, but it's the relationship you get not only at Chevy of Fayetteville, but the entire Fayetteville Auto Park. 645, Walk-ons is open at 9 a.m. tomorrow with breakfast. Saturday morning, 9 a.m., you can get breakfast at Walk-ons, and we'll have some and tell you how it is here in a minute. Chuck has thoughts. I'm going to have some coffee and let you guys roll for a while. This is going to be good.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Football season's here, and Flight by Yuengling is the light beer built for game days. Tastes like a Yuengling, but it's a light beer, and only 95 calories. Flight raises the bar for what a light beer should be, and now it comes in a 16-ounce resealable twist-off aluminum bottle and skinny cans. Perfect for tailgates, watch parties, or just kicking back after the game. Pick it up at your favorite store or ask your bartender. Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer.
Some moments call for more than just a win. They call for unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you're not just buying a diamond. You're creating an experience that starts the moment you walk through the door. Their newly remodeled space is absolutely stunning, and Cafe B has a personal touch you won't find anywhere else. Their in-house diamond expert makes it easy to find the perfect piece for any occasion, and that purple bag is still undefeated when it comes to saving the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but replacing your AC doesn't have to be. If you need to replace your AC this summer, before you commit, price check with Paschal. You can save money and use the professionals to replace your system. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing you chose the best option for your home. Visit gopaschal.com and with just a few clicks, see how much you can save with the Paschal Price Check. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
WT Equipment is overstocked on new Bobcat equipment. The lots are packed and ready to move with special fall deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built for any job. Take your pick from compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more, all backed by WT Equipment's trusted service and support. And don't forget, WT Equipment's Fall on the Lot community event is Saturday, October 4th from 12 to 4 p.m. Food, games, prizes, and family fun only at WT Equipment.
I don't need Chat GTP. I've got Chuck GTP.
Amen.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I haven't drank alcohol since '96 when I wet willied my boss in both ears at the Christmas party. We're on the way home, and my wife said, "You know what it is?" I said, "Yeah, it's time to stop drinking." She goes, "Yeah, it is."
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Yeah, that was one of the stories that you get here on the Chuck and Bo Show.
I've done a lot of things that I regret, but never wet willied the boss at a Christmas party.
You ought to maybe try it this week and just walk up to Hunter.
Yeah, give him a wet willy.
Yeah.
You look like you could need this after
both ears is the key detail.
It is.
After a tough week.
In the throes of victory. In the throes of victory at a celebrated locker room.
Yeah,
you could do that. Adam Caballero's with us from Walk-ons, general manager, and they're open at 9 a.m. Saturday. That's right. And he's brought us breakfast.
Yes,
Get up on
he
that
has.
microphone like Shaq would. Get there. Good morning.
Good morning. How we doing?
We're great. You got up early like we did today.
All weekend.
This is a big weekend for you,
Yeah,
too.
we're going to be working all weekend. Excited about it.
What do you have? What do you have going tomorrow at Walk-ons that's different? Like start because you're open early. You got breakfast.
We'll be serving breakfast starting at 9 a.m. Not really going to do a cutoff on it, but we'll have French toast, eggs, bacon, and toast, the basic, breakfast platter. And then we'll have some breakfast burritos and some little breakfast sliders as well. So we've got an array of things for everyone.
What do we have here this morning? What did you bring in there?
I brought everything.
Did you hear that?
Gosh.
That's yeah. None of this. Do you want a kolache, Chuck? You want a kolache?
That's right.
We got a kolache, or we can get you a kolache.
There's plenty of food for everybody here, I promise.
That's good
No
news.
kolache.
That's
Yeah.
good news, Adam.
Yeah, that is. I sent the group text last night, and I had been sending things all afternoon about the show. What about this? What about that? Like no response.
No response at all.
In fact, Edward didn't even look at my text last night, the earlier one.
He had hung up and was hanging out.
He was done. And then I said, hey, Walk-ons is bringing breakfast in this morning. And Edward goes, bang!
That was after the baby was asleep.
Instant
And
response.
everybody, instant response right away. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah,
that was 8:45.
We're excited. We're going to eat in a moment. It's going to be so good.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh, you guys are definitely going to. I mean, we put a lot of time and effort into this because hopefully we'll be able to do it again in the future. So that's what we're looking for.
If you go to the game, you guys have stands at the game, right? Walk-ons?
We have two in the football stadium, in the main concourse on the east side of the stadium, and we have it's a limited menu, but it's all Walk-ons food as well. So you can have it there, you can have it at the restaurant, wherever you need to, wherever you're going to be Saturday. You can have Walk-ons.
You do not have a limited menu at Walk-ons. That thing's expansive.
I think there's a lesson in all this for Bart. 11 a.m. kickoff. What does Adam do? He makes lemonade. They make breakfast. They open the doors at 9 o'clock. They view it as an opportunity.
That's right.
This is special. It's 11 a.m. They don't give everybody an 11 a.m. kickoff. Yeah. Not every Walk-ons is open at 9 o'clock on Saturday. Yeah. You know the ones that are? The ones whose teams play at 11.
Yeah.
They're the only ones.
And Bart bitches about it.
I know. See, Bart, right there.
See what Adam does?
This is what Adam does. This is the life lesson, is when life gives you lemons.
Yeah. Real. And not only that, he brought it here. I don't think it's for Chuck and I. I think he has to change your attitude.
That's right. There's a hidden message. There's a hidden message in all this.
Yeah.
Setting Bart straight.
Yeah. Now, Bart, just real quickly as we go to Bart, who's been kicked out of his chair so that Adam could come in and share the good news and his good attitude. You learning anything?
The breakfast sounds great.
Yeah.
But without the 11 a.m. kickoff, Bart, we don't have breakfast from Walk-ons this morning. You need to think about that.
You can come tomorrow and enjoy some breakfast, and that'll put you in a better mood, too.
That's right.
Before the game.
Adam told me, too, this is kind of insider information it's for people that listen before 7 or go back and hear it on demand. If you get there early.
That's right. We'll open up.
You're going to let them in.
Yeah, that's right. We'll have people there as early as 7:30, 8 o'clock, and if you're willing to, we'll make you drinks.
They're going to be
while
calling
you're
the Hogs at daybreak.
That's
right outside Walk-ons.
Did you hear that? Bloody Marys while you're waiting for breakfast. If you get there early, we'll just make you a drink until the food's ready.
That's big.
Yeah, Bart, bring that lemonade.
Good
I got some stuff to mix in it.
This has been.
Now we're talking.
This has been informational and it's been inspirational.
Uplifting.
I mean, really. This is Adam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for
guys.
the humanity of it all. Walk-ons open at 9. Hey, thanks for breakfast. Seriously.
Really. Thank you.
Absolutely.
You guys are great.
More
You
than
really
60 televisions at any Walk-ons, but stop by the one in Fayetteville before the game.
First Security is about more than great banking. Yes, we provide the financial expertise, digital tools, and everything else you need when you need it. But we also go all in on local support with friendly professionals, plus convenient locations all across the state. Because we believe personal banking is better banking. Visit fsbank.com for details. That's fsbank.com for friendly, local banking with First Security. Bank better. Member FDIC.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds, make the right call. Chevy of Fayetteville has over 200 new vehicles on the lot right now. So if you're in the market, now's the time to make a move. That includes the brand new Chevy Traverse, the Chevy Trax, and all the favorites like the Tahoes and Suburbans. And for truck lovers, there are Silverados in stock and ready for immediate delivery. So go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eye. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at McDonaldEye.com.
So I spent yesterday, you don't mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
So I'm at the gym yesterday, and I go take a big giant gulp out of this water bottle. And then I realize, as I'm carrying the water bottle in my hand, it's not mine. But I made an about face, and I immediately pivoted and went right back, put it down, and walked off and hoped nobody saw. What do you do?
I think you handled it the right way. Yeah, I mean, if you were carrying diseases, that'd be different. But as far as I know, you're not. There's no harm, no foul.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this much.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
Let me just say, if you're not going to the game tomorrow, or even if you are, whatever your situation, if you don't go eat breakfast at Walk-ons, you're missing out. Let me just tell you, that breakfast slider that I wolfed down in near record time.
Me too.
That may be the best breakfast sandwich I've ever eaten in my life, and I've eaten a lot of breakfast sandwiches. I'm just going to be up front with you. I've eaten a lot of them.
I know that's true.
And that's world class right there.
It is, man.
It's perfect. It was perfect in every way.
It is. The way the egg is.
It's over easy. It's not hard.
The bacon's just crispy enough.
That's right. And the bread was, soft.
It has a little tiny sweetness to it.
It's great.
If you want
Fantastic.
to just go next level, you can put some salsa on there.
Yeah, you could.
And then Edward, he's into the middle of a burrito over here. I'd say the middle of it. That was the last
literally.
bite. Or are you saving the burrito? Did you go with the slider?
He put it away.
Because he's got plans for 30 minutes from now.
I went with the burrito.
Yeah.
Excellent.
What's in that sucker?
Sausage, egg, and cheese. Classic, but it's like real food.
Here's
it's
the
not,
thing.
like a burrito from a drive-through at a donut shop.
Yeah, we don't geek out on this a lot, and we are really big fans of walk-ons. And I know you hear stuff like this on shows from time to time. We're not just going to talk about just anybody, but when they do this kind of thing, it's fresh. You know what I mean? It's not like it's you've been sitting there and they're going to heat it up, and I mean they're going to make it right then. It's like breakfast at home if you could make it that good.
What is it about breakfast? If somebody really knows how to make breakfast, I mean, lots of people claim they know how to make breakfast.
On a Saturday morning?
Every guy, I'll make breakfast. But most of the time it's not that great. This was really good. This was really good.
Yeah, on a Saturday morning, you get up to a good breakfast.
Yeah.
Oh, it's nothing like it. Some great eggs and bacon. Oh, and we got that in there.
We got
scrambled
we've
eggs,
got enough
bacon.
food in there for.
Yeah. Come on by.
Yeah, really.
Come
Stop
on
in.
Yeah, if you're here, just stop in. I mean, half of Fayetteville has the door code. If you don't, we'll give it to you.
Yeah.
Can you post that on our social accounts?
I will not be doing that, no.
877-377-6963. By my calculation, and I'm not great at this, we're 28 hours away from kickoff.
Yeah, you're right.
Is that right?
It's an 11:07 kick, I think.
We're 28 hours away from kickoff.
Yeah, almost to the
What are
minute.
you going to be doing this time tomorrow as you prepare for a historic game inside Razorback
I'm going to be
Stadium?
drinking coffee at this time tomorrow morning.
That's what
The
you'll
friendly
be doing.
confines of
I
my
want to hear
home.
from the people today, what they're going to be
Yeah.
doing. We got, Varsity Vibe, Arkansas.
Got high school ball tonight.
Go to varsityvibearkansas.com, sign up for the free newsletter, follow Varsity Vibe AR on all social media, and you'll be in the know of what's going on with high school football throughout the state tonight. I guess we already had a game last night.
Did we?
That's right. Pulaski Academy and North Little Rock played, and it was a really good game.
And because of that, we have former Razorback Anthony Lucas on Varsity Vibe social media talking to the team before the game.
God, don't let anybody come in your house and try to take over your house. Doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Tonight, when we leave this game tonight, I guarantee you this tonight, we're going to be 1-0 in conference with a fresh start, and we're going to continue to overcome these obstacles. Leave it out on the field tonight. Play for your brothers in here. Play for your coaches. Play for somebody tonight. Do extra. That's all I ask you to do.
Yeah. So let's have Luke. Maybe he could, since he's already played, and they won.
They won. They were down 17-8 at one point, and in the second half, at one point, they were up 45-17.
Wow, they turned it on.
This is a big.
That's a
big
flip.
run. Yeah.
That's a flip. Hey, have you ever heard Luke that animated?
Yes. Yeah.
But if you bring him,
if you want to know the truth, yes.
If you bring him in here, he's gonna be like, "Hey guys, thanks for having me." He's the nicest human on planet Earth.
He is.
And I love it when you see competitors that are like that, and then you get them between the lines, and it's like, let's go.
You know what I like with Lucas, and there's some other guys too, Jarius Wright and Mallet did this, and there's lots of former Razorbacks that are coaching high school football, high school basketball in our state. I think it's terrific when they do that. First off, I think it's good for kids and particularly small towns to see these guys and to realize that, I could do that too. And but Lucas is a guy that, he came from Tallulah, Louisiana, and like a lot of guys, he played for the Razorbacks and made Arkansas his home.
If I would have put 2 and 2 together, we would have just had him on the show. But we got Coach O coming up at 7:30. He was leading the USA chance.
He's at the Ryder Cup.
We'll play that for you. And then we're going to talk to him about being at the Ryder Cup, which I know will be entertaining. And then we're going to get into just what this whole situation is like from his experience that Arkansas finds itself in on Sunday. Feeling like maybe if you lose the game, there could be a change on Monday. And if you win the game, you could go on and still realize some of your goals from the season at the beginning of the season.
Winning changes everything.
What's it like behind – he's been through this. What's it like when there's so much outside pressure and noise? What do you do inside? And you were in the building getting ready for the game on Saturday. You spend time in there.
It's business as usual. When I said earlier, if you didn't know that there was a lot of noise outside the building, you'd never know it walking in. I think people would perhaps be surprised by that. Everyone's got a job to do. People are in their offices breaking down video just like they always do. They're talking to players just like they always do. You don't walk in and get the sense that panic has set in and that something's imminent. Now, look, I've been through this before. You have too. Fans have watched it. Everything's business as usual until it's not. We know what could be out there, but winning does change everything. There's nothing winning can't fix. Nothing. And, you got to go win the game.
This might not go over real well, but I've come to the conclusion that the people that cast a lot of stones or make a lot of statements or say really negative things on social media are immature. And that's the word I'm going to use. I used to be toxic, but now it's just immature. And I've heard from so many players over the years and a lot recently, former players, that all the negativity that happens on social media, if you don't believe that it affects recruiting, you are naive. They're going to have 50 recruits at this game. 50.
And it's not just the football program. Every program up there has recruits on campus this weekend. Baseball is going to have them there at their scrimmage tonight, and they'll be at the football game tomorrow. I don't know if basketball's got anybody in, but official, unofficial, this is the weekend.
Oh, they'll have people there.
This is the weekend. Yeah.
If you're considering Arkansas, you want to come here for that Notre Dame game.
That's what I mean. Whether it's an official visit, whether it's an unofficial visit, whatever. The place is going to be filled with recruits. People you're actively recruiting, people you might be someday.
And so the point there is sometimes you got to just support the program, and regardless of how you feel about what direction it's headed or who's the head coach or what you want to happen, you're not going to control that. And you can agree or disagree with it, that's fine. But if you're not supportive of your program, that actually can hurt your program. I don't mean you got to agree with everything. But my point on this is show up and have the atmosphere that you thought it would be when the game was announced, if you were planning on going to the game to begin with.
Sometimes when you hit points like this, I've always hoped, it doesn't always work out this way, that whoever the coach is will go out the next day and have as much fun coaching as he's ever had. And the players that go out and play, all right, we don't know what's going to happen on Sunday. The only thing we can control is today. Go out and have as much fun playing football as you've ever had. And I would say that for the fans too. I know your program's not where you want it to be right now. I understand that. I've been here for all of it. Go have a good time tomorrow. Notre Dame's in town. It's going to be a nice day. Take your family. Go enjoy it. If they don't win, we'll deal with it when it's over. But for 3 or 4 hours, I know that there are people who say, man, I'm not going. I'm not supporting them. All you're doing is cheating your friends and family out of a fun day.
And yourself.
That's all you're doing.
And yourself.
Look
at Edward. Edward's got to go to a 1-year-old birthday party. Would you rather be at the game tomorrow?
I'm going to.
Well, what?
It's been silence.
There you go.
There we go.
Test.
Yeah, it wouldn't click.
No.
I saw you over there hitting the button.
I was just going to say I'm going to have a good attitude regardless of my situation.
My point wasn't to get you in trouble. My point was some people would love to be at the game. They can't be at the game. So you might be one of them. And, enough said. I got it.
It's going to be a good time.
He sent me a signal.
The game is going to be on at the party, so I'm going to watch it at the party. It's going to be on.
Now Bart, on the other hand, he's going to be there and he's going to have a sour attitude.
I'm not going to have a sour attitude at the game.
What
are we talking about?
You need to run by Walk-ons on the way to the game.
Hey, check your attitude.
I'm very excited for this football game.
Check your
what
attitude
are we talking about?
at either MLK or Razorback Road.
I won't be coming from
Don't
that direction.
bring it in the game. Don't bring the bad attitude into the game tomorrow.
There's 0% chance I will be driving down MLK tomorrow.
Do you know what color you're wearing tomorrow? Since
Yes.
you said you're sitting outside, you're not going to sit in the high dollar, whatever. You're going to be inside. You're going to be outside among the people.
Man of the
what
people.
color is it going to be? What are you?
It is. I am in a red section.
Okay, how much red are you going to have on, Bart?
I'm gonna have a red shirt on.
You got a matching shoes?
Hat?
Probably this hat.
That's
I'm
not
wearing
red.
right now.
That's
Yeah, I
not
know.
red.
I know.
This is how stripeouts get screwed up, man. You got to go all in.
No, we're not going to do that.
This is
We're
how
not
you
gonna-
lose ball games,
We're not going to. No, it's not. It's not. It's not. You lose ball games by fumbling going in.
well.
I'll have a red shirt on. It might be cool. I might put like a little red lightweight hoodie on or
It's going to
something.
be
too.
chilly in the morning.
It's beautiful this morning.
Yeah.
It's in the 50s.
Probably this hat. Probably some black shorts or something like that. Probably
What about the footwear?
Probably the shoes that I have on right now. These red and white Nikes.
White with some red trim?
Yeah. Will you take a picture of yourself, like in the mirror,
Probably
and post it?
No, probably not.
Please.
No, I'm probably
No,
not.
we
gonna
want
do
to.
that.
Well, I think America wants to know.
I
They
don't,
wanna
I don't
see.
think they do. I
And,
think you overestimate America's interest in what I'm
Oh,
wearing.
I don't know, Bart.
I don't know, Bart. That's not what. That's not the vibe that we get around you.
People ask about you a lot.
I
Daily.
don't think so.
Daily.
No, they do.
Brent is in Searcy. Brent, good morning.
Hey, I got two things to tell y'all right quick. I got a story about. I had a cousin that got married on the Saturday. Arkansas played Vanderbilt in Nashville, September. It was when Coach Malzahn was there and Mitch Mustang was the quarterback. And I told my parents, I said, I'm going to Nashville. I'm going to stay in our friend's compound, you know. And my mom got my mom's sister-in-law all mad, and my dad said, "Well, is Brent in the wedding?" They said, "Nope." He said, "Well, he can go to the game. You won't be missed." End of discussion. We got in the car. We rode. Huh?
That's awesome.
Nobody's going to care if you're there or not.
Yeah, he said I'd go with Mallory and Brent if I didn't have to go to this wedding. They asked me to go stay in Dudley's compound with them and have a good time. Went to the game, got back. I was smoking cigarettes at 3:00. What more could a man want, right?
They're really nothing. I mean, that's as much as you have a right to ask for.
All right, what's going to happen tomorrow, Brent?
Well, I think we're going to play. I think we're going to play really, really well, and that's all you can hope for. You hope to have a chance to win at the end.
Would you rather the defense or the offense be on the field with a chance to win the game?
Offense.
Huh. I agree with you.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah, I think America does.
Nope.
Yeah.
Hey, can I tell y'all something one time?
Yes.
Before you go?
Yes.
That 30-minute soliloquy, Anthony Lucas, one of the first people I ever met when I came to Fayetteville when my dad was coaching there in '95. What great guy. Oh, yeah. And this morning with y'all's soliloquy there, I thought I was listening to Ruskin and Zach. You can't ever get in with them because they talk.
Yeah. Well, why would you want to?
That's true. You don't. But, but seriously, I think it's going to be a heck of a game. I think I've been saying this for 2 years. We're due for a game without any tragedy.
Well, I think
non-tragic game.
Anybody would sign up for that.
I'm with you.
Are you saying they're due, Brent? Is that what you're saying? The classic, they're due.
Yes, and I've been saying that for 3 years.
Yeah, that's right.
But it hasn't come true
Just
yet.
stick with it. Just stick with it. You'll be right.
I've
at some
got hope.
point. Yeah, you should.
If you don't have hope, you don't have anything, right?
That's well, yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the call. We'll see you at the game, and I think it's going to be a good environment tomorrow.
Be careful, Brent.
Yeah, be careful going in and get there early. Hey, by the way, on Sunday, Arkansas men's basketball is hosting a women's basketball clinic presented by Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. The doors open at 12. It's at the basketball practice facility. Registration's right there from noon to 1. Clinic start time 1:30, goes till 3:30. Women's basketball clinic, 21 and over. I know it'll be a great time, presented by Blakeman's. John Calipari and his staff hosting a women's basketball clinic at the basketball practice facility Sunday. Again, doors open at noon, and the event begins at 1:30. 7:18, it's Friday morning. We're getting ready for kickoff.
Bo.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up. And don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds. Professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection or visit hoggutters.com.
There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
You hear that? You hear that?
Back to Safe Sports Radio.
That's special.
By the way, good morning. We just kind of jumped in, and we're
Hey,
coffee deep. And hey, everybody,
Morning, Bart.
welcome in.
Edward.
I smell the bacon cooking. It's going to be a good day.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Okay, Coach O's coming up at 7:30.
USA.
Thereabouts.
All right, on three. Loud and clear now. Loud and proud, baby. Here we go. Three. USA! 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 USA!
USA! USA! USA! USA! That's good.
Coach O's at the Ryder Cup.
Ryder Cup.
Leading the cheers.
Beth Page.
I wonder if he
Black.
heckles. You think he'll heckle?
He's in the stands there.
Yeah, he's a man of the people.
And he's going to join us.
No football coach, I would argue, is more a man of the people than Ed O.
He's not sitting in one of those fancy boxes on the 18th green. He's not doing that. He's out there with the folks.
That's right. You think he's going to take his shirt off and
He
shotgun a beer?
He might. Yes, I would expect that.
Yeah. Flight by Yingling.
It's what the people want. Give the people what they want, Coach O.
Coach O, let me tell you about Flight by Yingling. 95 calories, the next generation of light beer. Tastes like a Yingling, but it's a light beer. You can shotgun that at the front row there with the stands, with the fans in the stands at Beth Page Black. So how are we feeling about the Ryder Cup? Just quickly. Chevy and Fayetteville situation, bro.
Well, it's currently USA ahead in 2 matches, Europe ahead in 2 matches. Europe probably has the stronger side top to bottom, but it's at home, little home course advantage, home crowd advantage, certainly. I expect the U.S. to win.
Boy, you'd like to be in that environment, wouldn't you?
Oh, it'd be so fun.
How long will it be before one of the golfers from Europe, tries to have somebody in the gallery thrown out?
Well, it'll be Terrell Hatton, and it'll probably happen today.
Yeah.
Or John Rahm. They're playing together.
Are they?
It'll be one of those guys, for sure.
Today is National Situational
Awareness Day. Yeah. Be aware of your situation.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah.
A day made for the Situation Room.
It really is.
That's we got to keep going back to this all day with you. The locks are coming up later.
Oh yeah,
you've already
They're
told
locked.
us that if you were betting the game, you would take Notre Dame to cover the 4.5 points.
Yeah, I just feel like it's a little too short. Again, like if it was Notre Dame -7, I think I would take. I'll tell you right now, I'd take the Hogs.
What if it was 5?
Well, look, I'm staying away personally, but 5. I'm probably sticking with Notre Dame. It's that 6. Once it gets that 6 number, I'm kind of like, yeah.
I saw this little nugget. Notre Dame may play backup quarterback for some running situations.
Kenny Minchie?
Yeah. Really? Yeah.
I thought there was a punchline coming at the end of that.
It stood on its own. It stood on its own. Obviously, Arkansas has got to slow down the run.
Yeah,
That's the biggest key for them.
Right, and Notre Dame has a really good rushing attack. You know, Jeremiah Love, Jadarian Price, a 1-2 punch there. They're going to run Price on the edge. Arkansas's had trouble setting the edge on defense. Can they fix that? Can the defensive line have its best performance to date? Can they ring the bell?
Yeah,
because that's how Arkansas wins the game. Defensive line has to play the best they've ever played.
They ring the bell every day at First Security Bank, all in on local support and convenient locations all over the great state of Arkansas. Friendly local banking. That's how you bank better. FSbank.com, First Security Bank, member FDIC. Coach O's next.
I was, when Taylor was on, Taylor was on talking about, you played that cut about Notre Dame playing an SEC team.
Mm-hmm.
Every team that plays an SEC team, when they win, they act like they beat Alabama, vintage Alabama. But Notre Dame's record, they're 50-27 against SEC teams and 20-9 against SEC teams in true road games. So they've generally played the upper echelon.
Yeah, well, they haven't played Arkansas yet.
They've not played here.
They haven't played Arkansas yet. You're right, Chuck. You're right. You're right.
You're not wrong, Chuck.
Because
that's
we don't
all I
want
wanted to hear. That's really all I wanted to hear.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
WT Equipment is overstocked on new Bobcat equipment. The lots are packed and ready to move with special fall deals you don't want to miss. Bobcat is the industry leader, tough, reliable, and built for any job. Take your pick from compact track loaders, skid steers, excavators, and more, all backed by WT Equipment's trusted service and support. And don't forget, WT Equipment's Fall on the Lot community event is Saturday, October 4th from 12 to 4 p.m. Food, games, prizes, and family fun only at WT Equipment.
Chevy of Fayetteville has over 200 new vehicles on the lot right now. So if you're in the market, now's the time to make a move. That includes the brand new Chevy Traverse, the Chevy Trax, and all the favorites like the Tahoes and Suburbans. And for truck lovers, there are Silverados in stock and ready for immediate delivery. So go see Chris, Mark, Denver, and the team at Chevy of Fayetteville. Together, let's drive.
You know what else makes you an Arkansas Razorback fan? Going to the University of Arkansas. How about playing football for the team?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
we'll get you out of here with this. Can you describe Muscle Beach?
Well, there's a lot of talent out here. There's a couple 5 stars. And, one of my favorite activities is evaluating talent.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Coach O is at the Ryder Cup.
Wow. What a place to be today.
Yeah, can you imagine? He's
All right,
leading
on
the
3.
charge.
Loud and clear now. Loud and proud, baby. Here we go. 3.
USA! 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 USA!
Is there anything more American
Hey.
than Coach O leading the USA chants at the Ryder Cup?
What would it be like to hang out with Coach O at the Ryder Cup?
I mean, is there
I
anything?
mean, it would be awesome.
Is there anything more American? Coach O is joining us now. Coach, thanks for squeezing us in on this Ryder Cup trip. How are you this morning?
Chuck and Bo, what's up, man? Hey, I am right now on South Beach fixing to go get me a little workout. Thinking about you boys in Arkansas. I know Arkansas is going to be on fire with them Notre Dame Fighting Irish coming to town.
So you just went to the Ryder Cup and then came back to South Beach.
Yeah.
Went to the practice round?
He's
the
Coach
Ryder
O.
Cup-
Yeah, I love it.
Hey, the Ryder Cup can only take Coach O for one day. You know what I mean?
You were there for the pregame festivities.
So he was
I love it.
tailgating. He was
Yeah.
tailgating.
Oh, I love it. I love it. How is South Beach this morning?
Beautiful. It's a beautiful day. 82 degrees. The sights are out early in the morning, and it's Friday morning. It's going to be a great day.
That's awesome.
It's already 8:30
it's-
there.
oh, yeah. The sights are out early. Okay, so what do you think of this Notre Dame Arkansas game?
Man, I think it's going to be, as you know, guys, it's going to be on fire. They're going to be calling them hogs. I think Arkansas is going to give Notre Dame all they want. It's going to be a tight game. I wouldn't be surprised if there's going to be an upset in Fayetteville this weekend.
Coach, there's a lot of conversation there was going into the season about Coach Pittman's future and if he doesn't win this game, what might happen in the aftermath. You've been in these positions. You've won a national championship, and you've been on the other side of it where you're fighting for your job, and you know it and you hear it. What's it like when that's going on as a head football coach and in your building and with your team?
Yeah, I used to tell the guys block out the noise. But, you can't stop them. They're going to read the internet. They're going you go home, your wife reads it, your family reads it. But, for myself personally, man, I tuned it all out. And I knew what was going on. I used it as internal motivation and used it as fuel. Just say, yeah, okay, I know what's going on out there, but let me do my best job today on what I can do now. Obviously, a big upset would help Coach Pittman and his job status, so I know that's what he's thinking. And I hope the best for him. I love Coach Pittman, but I also understand the expectations of Arkansas and the expectations of being the SEC coach. Hey, look, I said it myself. I knew the expectations and the standard of LSU, and they weren't being met. So when they're not being met, a change has to be made. So I can understand both sides of the story.
Coach, the players ultimately play the game, and I wonder when you're in a situation like this, you've coached players, obviously. What do you think's going through their minds, the players' minds, as they get ready to play?
Yeah, hey, they want to win the game. They want to win for the coach. I know they do. You know what I'm saying? And now look, it all depends what's going on in the locker room, But if the coach has a locker room, they're going to play well. Now, once the coach loses the locker room and the locker room's divided, then the team's going to play like that, and then you don't have a chance. So, I don't know what's going on. I've been on both sides of where the team was united, and we were going to play together, and we fought through. Look, after I lost to Troy, it wasn't pretty at LSU. But you know what? We fought back. And then there were some times where, we lost some games, and the locker room was divided, and we didn't fight back like we should have, and then that's when I got let go. So it all depends. The mood of the locker room, is the locker room together, or is it divided?
Coach Ed Orgeron with us on the Chuck and Bo Show. Coach O, what does it take this is, I don't know how you answer this, but Arkansas has been in 2 games where they fumble at the end and lose, where it looks like they're driving to win the game. And you just feel like you've had all these close games over the last few years, and you can't quite get over the hump. Like, how do you what is getting over because they're not a bad team. They're not coming out in most of these games over the last few years and getting blown out. And people point to all the one-score losses, all the close games. How do you get over the hump?
Yeah, well, I watched the game against Memphis. My heart was aching for Arkansas, and I was pulling for them. I wanted them to win. And you can say, hey, you can take a knee there, and get a field goal. Yeah, hindsight's 20/20. Or if the guy scores a touchdown, everybody's happy. But listen, ball security. Look, I learned this with Jimmy Johnson and Pete Carroll. Ball security is the utmost importance of the football team. When you carry that ball, you represent everybody that ever carried that ball in the university before you. So the team that wins the turnover battle usually wins the game. And that was the case in that game. So, you emphasize ball security, you emphasize going get the football, all the things that, you emphasize in a football team, in a championship football team, you got to execute. And, players got to execute, and coaches got to coach it the right way. So it's a combination of both.
From a motivational standpoint, what do you think the most important part of being a head coach is? When you get in these situations, and, we talked about the outside noise, but you don't want your team to believe that it's always going to happen like that, and you're going to fall apart at the end either. Right. You don't necessarily want to always talk about that. Well, what do you do to get them in the right mindset?
That's right. It starts on Monday. It starts on Monday. For me, man, when adversity hit, I have to do my best job. Big chest and big eyes. Man, I was positive. We had a 24-hour rule. I wanted everybody in the building to believe that we were going to win. Look, man, hey, when I was at Ole Miss, we would play LSU. I think we were like a 27-point underdog. I said, you know what? I got to do something this week to make our team believe that we can win. I said, you know what? Hey, guys, I got a little stroke in Louisiana now. I said, when we run out, I'm going to get the crowd to cheer for y'all. And they were looking at me like, what? What is he up to now? So we went out. Now, look, we had a bunch of injuries that week. And the trainer came up to me and goes, Coach, man, we kind of short on people. We can drive down to, and we drove now. We didn't fly. We can drive down to Baton Rouge in one bus. I said, the hell we will. We're going to bring a high school team. I said, look, you get 5 buses. I don't care if there's 3 guys on each bus. We're going to get 5 buses, and we look like we got a team now.
That's great.
So we going out there, and, Tiger Stadium is rolling. It's a game at night. Those guys had a couple of drinks before, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
And it's rolling, man. And so they want, the state troopers are telling me they want me to come out. They want me to come out. And I tell them, hell no. They said, Ogeron, you got to come out. I said, we ain't coming out. We ain't coming out. And, boy, you can hear the roar. They're coming out, and you can hear Les Miles coming out with the team. And all of a sudden, the Tigers run out, and they roar, and I brought my team out at the same time.
Oh, my gosh.
He waited in the tunnel.
And I'll be damned, we played those guys to overtime, man. But, sometimes you got to do something like that to make your team feel like, you know what, Coach thinks we're going to win. We're going to win this week.
Wow.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it, you know what I'm saying?
It's an interesting insight that doesn't seem like a huge deal, but it can be. I watched most of the Lane Kiffin E60 documentary last night that Ryan McGee did. about just Lane's career and life, and it was fascinating. And I know you guys have spent time together, and they're playing Ole Miss, playing LSU. Two thoughts. One, just the evolution of Lane Kiffin's career and what you know about him, and then what you think about this weekend's game between Ole Miss and LSU.
Okay, first of all, I didn't have to watch the documentary. I know the real story, okay? Now, I don't know what's on the documentary, but I guarantee you, but listen, I'm proud of Lane. I know him very well. He's like a younger brother to me. And Lane has done some tremendous things in his life, and I'm proud of him. Look, Ole Miss is a good school, but it's not a top-tier school in the SEC, and nothing wrong with that. And Lane has brought that school a lot of victories because of who he is. And he's a great recruiter, and he's a great coach. And he's done some things in his personal life that I'm so proud of him. I haven't watched the documentary. I don't need to. I know what he's done in his life. And I think Lane is one of the top coaches in the country right now. As far as the game this week, it's going to be tough. LSU has a great defense. Lane is a great offensive mind. That number 6, that quarterback that he played against Tulane is very, very talented. Lane has a great offensive mind. I believe that the game's going to come down to whether or not LSU can move the ball on Ole Miss's defense. LSU's offense is not as explosive as they wanted to be at the beginning of the season. Their offensive line is still struggling a little bit. The LSU offense versus the Ole Miss defense, I think that's going to be the key to the game.
Coach, you're an early morning riser, and you didn't play a lot of 11 a.m. games down there in Baton Rouge, but I'm just wondering how you handled that early start when you were coaching a team.
Yeah. Hey, I told the guys, get up in the morning, put yourself in the jaw, and say, let's go, baby. Hey, I can't use the word. I think I can use the word, but I won't say it. Snooze buttons are for sissies. But I used another word, okay? All right. So, when the whole clock cracks, no snooze button. If you press the snooze button, you are and it started with a P. Yeah. I guess you guys can figure it out, okay?
Yeah, I think we got it. Yeah, yep, we got it. I think everybody's clear.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't ease into the 11 a.m. start. No snooze.
No, man. Hey, get up. And we had a meeting in the morning. Maybe a couple of coaches, maybe me, was shirtless, smashing some Red Bulls and stuff, getting the boys up, getting them ready, having some fun with it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I do.
He's ready to go.
Yeah, awesome.
Coach, we got it. Can you get to the game? I mean, we need you here. You've got the energy for this now.
Hey, y'all got Holtz coming, man. Y'all got enough. Hey, I tell you what, I know Fayetteville is going to be on fire. Look, I don't know if they got vaccines.
They do. Yeah.
Vaccines is going to be rocking. I tell you what. Hey, listen, I'm going to tell you a whole story. I played Percy Sledge when a man loves a woman for about 16 times. I think you got 16 plays for $1, and I played it 16 times in a row one night. Everybody got mad with me.
Everybody's got a Maxine story, man.
That's awesome.
That's great.
Well, next time you're in town, we're going, okay?
Hey, whatever happens in Maxine stays in Maxine.
Coach, thanks so much. Enjoy the weekend. We'll see you soon.
Hey, go Hogs, man. Y'all go get them.
All right, we appreciate it.
Thank you,
We're going to just send this to the team. Coach O with us on the Chuck and Bo Show. I mean, if you're not fired up after that.
That's great.
I mean, that's a mic drop.
Yeah, what's your point?
You want my point?
Yes, I asked for it. Make it.
Point.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It's stunning to hear every 20 minutes a child is diagnosed with a critical illness. But we can help grant life-changing wishes with Waiters for Wishes and the Razorback men's basketball team. It's Tuesday, September 30th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Walk-ons in Fayetteville. This private ticketed event lets you take photos, get autographs, challenge your favorite hog to a Pop-A-Shot, and bid on silent auction items, all benefiting Make-A-Wish Mid-South. Tables are limited and going fast, so reserve yours today at midsouth.wish.org.
Arkansas's one-stop automotive shop is right around the corner. Fayetteville Auto Park. FayettevilleAutoPark.com. Chevy, Toyota, Honda, Acura, Collision Center, all in one place. And if you're shopping pre-owned, Fayetteville Auto Park has you covered. With so many new cars sold, we always have a great selection of fresh trades. Why settle for anything less than the best? Fayetteville Auto Park, West Showroom Drive in Fayetteville. Proud sponsor of the Chuck and Bo Show.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com.
When is the last time you thought, oh, the SEC's making an announcement today, and it's going to be good for the Hogs?
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I think I have 1,100 subscriptions. I'm pretty sure. It is so ridiculous.
That guy subscribed to Hulu twice.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
That was epic.
That was as good as it gets right there.
I mean, the texts are rolling in. That was
as good as it gets.
That was a top 5 moment for sure. How about that snooze button?
Yeah, that's. You think that phrase is going to be repeated a time or two today?
Oh, I've already got people texting. They're going to be putting it on T-shirts and hats. Man, is he fired up or what? I mean, if that doesn't get you fired up for the weekend, for the game, that guy's getting after it.
You know, every time I hear Coach O, you know, he is a blueprint for every coach that's been fired. He is the blueprint for how you remain viable, how you continue to make money, how you continue to have people from Arkansas call and say, will you be on our show? People do it from all over the country. Just the way he handles everything. And I know there's some show in there I mean, give the people what they want, and he does. But he's smart too.
Yeah, we always
he's
have,
very smart.
Always have this guy, Weston Harrison. I believe you're talking to the next Razorback head football coach. I don't think so.
I don't know about that, but
I don't think
he's
so.
very entertaining.
Oh man, he also texted me afterwards and said GEAUX Hogs.
Yeah,
this weekend. Bart had a nice conversation with him off air.
Yeah, what's it like when you first talk to Coach O on the phone?
Say, hey, Coach, it's Bart with Chuck and Bo Show. How are you this morning? He's like, "Sup, guy? How you doing, Bart? You ready to party this weekend? Hogs got Notre Dame. It's a big weekend there in Fayetteville. You ready to go?"
That's awesome.
Man, people are fired up. Listen, we keep talking about this, but it's true, man. Don't miss this moment. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if they're going to win, but Bart has that clip, that drop we play sometimes of him talking about if winning's the only thing that matters, you're missing it, basically. I mean, obviously everybody's trying to win. You got a math problem in sports because not everybody can win, so somebody's going to lose. But having moments and going into the moment and having the experience and hoping for the win, to me is a perspective that's important. But like, if you're not looking forward to going to this game or watching this game or just kind of feeling the environment, I don't know what to tell you, because this is, to me, how we all got involved with it to begin with. Our love for sports, our love for college football.
You're right. And I mean, this is the kind of game that we all thought about when we were kids. But I'm going to say this. Notre Dame is 1-2. Notre Dame is a good football team, probably the best 1-2 team out there. But you're not playing some invincible foe. That's not Newt Rockne over there on the sideline. This is a winnable game. They've got a shot. Go out there and play. Do not be awed by the moment, and I don't think they will be.
I think they got just as good a shot as they had at Ole Miss and Memphis. I think
Ole Miss's defense is better than Notre Dame's. I'll say it right now. And I know that Arkansas scored a lot of points in that game. They scored a lot of points against a really good defense.
And you've seen two running offenses. I mean, Ole Miss ran the ball well, and they're a good running football team. Memphis is the same. And so you're going to see it again. Have you learned anything from all of that?
No chunk plays, that's for sure.
Zach Gillum's going to give us the lowdown from Oaklawn's Sportsbook when we come back almost 8 o'clock. When it comes to watching games, nobody does it like Walk-ons. Over 60 TVs at every location, and the food and drinks win. Mouth-watering Louisiana cuisine like po' boys and gumbo, plus fan favorites like the best burger you can get anywhere, and more draft beers and cocktails than you can count. Incredible food, wonderful service, and a viewing experience like none other. Walk-on Sports Bistro. We live for this. There's simply not a better shopping experience than Macadoodles. Looking for the best selection of beer, wine, and spirits? Macadoodles or Guess Who in Bentonville has you covered. With an unbeatable selection, amazing prices, and service that's unbeatable, they've got everything you need. Whether you're stocking up for a party, updating your bar, or just grabbing your favorites, Roger and the team are always there to help. Make the smart choice. Macadoodles, just north of Bella Vista at the state line, and Guess Who in Bentonville.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but replacing your AC doesn't have to be. If you need to replace your AC this summer, before you commit, price check with Paschal. You can save money and use the professionals to replace your system. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing you chose the best option for your home. Visit gopaschal.com and with just a few clicks, see how much you can save with the Paschal price check. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
Chris in Fayetteville. You're on the news, weather, information station.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, we're full service, baby.
The Chuck and Bo Show. Previously heard on Chuck and Bo.
These people that talk about pressure's part of life. How many of you go to work every day and there's 11,000 people screaming at you while you're trying to fill out that form? I mean, give me a break. Go to work tomorrow and let's bring 11,000 people with you to scream at you and say, Doug, you're not any good. You're great Monday through Thursday, but on Friday, you're always terrible. I mean, let's see how you do that day. Come on.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
I would resist the urge to drink this morning.
Stop. I'm done.
You said a lot of good things there.
Well, I don't know if I said one good thing.
I met a guy last night. Love y'all to death, Jeff.
You mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The show of record for Razorback fans.
I'm in my Sunday school, and first thing he says when we hop in the car, he says, "What's heard on the Chuck and Bo Show?"
It's too early for this kind of conversation. I'm still half asleep.
Here are your hosts, Chuck Barrett and Bo Mattingly.
I'm more ready for a football weekend now than I was 2 hours ago, and I was pretty ready at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
But, we've Coach O, and, I know we're going to talk to Zach in a little bit. Brett McMurphy's coming up, and Bart's Locks. I mean, it's a football Friday all day.
Well, this is what the Chuck and Bo Show should be on a Friday before a big game like this against Notre Dame. And we've been checking the Oaklawn Sports app all week because the line's been moving around.
I know.
Download the Oaklawn Sports app now. New customers earn up to $1,000 in bonus bets. Bet with Oaklawn Sports, Arkansas's best sports betting app. And Zach Gillum, the VP of Wagering and Gaming at Oaklawn, is joining us now on Friday morning to get ready for this game and the weekend of games. We got some big ones. Zach, good morning.
Good morning, Zach.
Hey, good morning, guys. How we doing today?
Great. We're fired up. We had Coach O on a minute ago, and, he was on fire, and now we're on fire.
I mean, how can you not be? It's going to be a wonderful weekend. It's a full slate of great games. Ryder Cup's underway. Arkansas, right now, a 4.5-point dog taking on Notre Dame, 11 a.m. kickoff, and the total at 64.
What's the deal with the line moving this week?
It's been moving, and it moved quick. It was, some places had it at a touchdown, a little more. A lot of action, at least here at Oaklawn Sports, been on Arkansas. Nationwide, from what I'm tracking, though, it has been more Notre Dame. So this line movement has been very intriguing.
Why did it move and come back? I mean, I know obviously that usually means that money went one way and then it went the other way, but that's kind of interesting.
No, it is for sure. It's one of those things that I think both these teams have been so close to, they could absolutely be undefeated.
It feels like that nationally. There's still a sense that Notre Dame's going to win the game, but that it's going to be closer than they maybe initially thought. I mean, the line came out, at 6?
Yeah, really 6.5 here, and then it hit 7 for just a brief moment.
What do you see as far as the game? Do you think this is? Do you think? What's your feel when you look at the metrics in this game? Where would you said you had it at a 6.5 line to start with?
Yeah, that's where we opened it up at. And, really it's one of those things that I kind of joked with people right after last week's game that we're going to mess around and win the Notre Dame game outright now. It's just
right.
One of those things, we're just so close. We've been playing great. Obviously, we've had some things that we could do better at, but, we're 2 plays away from potentially being undefeated. Notre Dame could say the same thing. So both teams, I think, are going to come in very high looking for a win.
Zach, you said there's more action on Arkansas, locally than nationwide, and that's understandable. But by how much? I'd be interested to know. Just is there a way to know by how much
percentage?
Yeah, percentage-wise.
There's some places you could go look and kind of get an idea. I couldn't tell you exactly just because I can't see all those other books' action. But
I got you.
Here with us, it's not going to be shocker that it's almost always going to be, majority Arkansas. There's some times where we won't be all Arkansas, but most of the time we are.
Interesting.
What was it like in the aftermath of the loss to Memphis there at the sports book and just sort of leading up to the game? And give us your perspective from last Saturday.
Well, I've often said that some of the most fun times at Oaklawn have been during the March Madness games in the sports book where people are just going crazy, having a great time. Well, when they lose and have those kind of games, it's not always the most fun place to be. It really is the most fun place to be, but we're all Arkansas fans, so it's rough. It's not great. We all thought we had that win just in the bag, and then we didn't. So just the way it goes.
Boy, that's exactly right. But it would be the most Arkansas-like thing to come out and win this game on Saturday.
What's the game that's driving most of the action beyond the Arkansas game? What's the college game out there that people are really locked in on?
There's really a few. There's a couple great games this weekend. You start out another 11 a.m. game. You have USC Notre Dame. USC a 7-point favorite in that one, so favored by over a touchdown, and that is in Illinois. So they are on the road there. Another one that people are really diving in and looking at is the LSU Ole Miss. That's the afternoon slate. So you have those 2 great games at 11 a.m. and then 2:30 you have LSU Ole Miss. Right now, Ole Miss is a 1-point favorite in that, total at 56.
How's the money going on the Georgia-Alabama game?
That one has been very back and forth. Every time I look, we're a little heavier one team, which tells you, the bets are really going both ways. Right now, last check, which was about 30 minutes ago, the action is heavier on Georgia, and Georgia is a 3-point favorite in that matchup, total at 53.5.
Wow.
Have the odds changed a lot since the beginning of the season on who's going to win the SEC?
It's been fluctuating back and forth. There was a lot of action on Texas before the season started, and then obviously they had that opening game loss, but it wasn't a conference loss. So they are still your co-favorite with Georgia. Now, Georgia's odds have dropped over the course of these first few games, but they are both at plus 275. Alabama comes in at plus 550. LSU at 6-1. Ole Miss 11-1. And with 4 of those teams playing each other, this is the time where you really want to be looking at those conference odds. For instance, if you like Ole Miss to beat LSU this week, they are not going to be 11-1 to win the SEC next week.
What's the number on this Alabama-Georgia game again?
It is at 3. Georgia favored by a field goal.
Cool.
Hey, Zach, I know this is a weekend where a lot of people are going to be watching the Ryder Cup, and you mentioned that right off the bat. What do you guys have going on that?
Yeah, matches are underway. Ryder Cup, there's a lot going on. We had the day 1, day 2, day 3, and then the individual once they did the draw yesterday. So those are on the board right now. In fact, you have looks like DeChambeau and Thomas are down a stroke. Actually, it looks like all of the U.S. guys are struggling right now except for Schauffele and Cantlay. But you can get live action on this. You have the round matchups. Right now you can still wager on the future. So US was minus 150 before today started. Guess what? They are now plus 120 just based on the start of these first couple matches.
Zach, what else is? Go ahead, Chuck.
Well, I was just going to ask. I think that's interesting. Do you have wild swings like that in the Ryder Cup over the 3 days?
You will, absolutely. I mean, just think about some of these matches and or some of these years where teams are up significant points going into the singles day, and then on singles day, that other team starts to make a comeback. It's been interesting to see the live odds. So those will keep moving around throughout the week. And don't be shocked. I mean, you could see the U.S. go back to being favored before these opening matches are over if the matches start to go the other direction.
Wow.
Zach, we'll get you out of here with this. What else is going on at Oaklawn this weekend?
A lot going on. Check oaklawn.com for all the promotions that we have going on, all the concerts. We just put another one, Herman's Hermits, on the board. You can get those tickets now. And then one game I forgot to mention, which, depending on where you're at in the country, might be the most popular game of the weekend, Oregon-Penn State. Penn State right now a 3.5-point favorite, total at 52.5. And usually I try to throw out a few NFL games before we get out of here, and I kind of snuck through that. But you got the Cowboys and the Packers both coming off losses. It's going to be Sunday night. It's in Dallas. Dallas right now dogs by almost a touchdown. The Packers are 6.5-point favorites, total at 47.5.
That Penn State-Oregon game feels like Oregon's the play.
I think so,
but
too.
at some point, Penn State's going to win one of these games. Aren't they? Under James Franklin, they're going to have the whiteout again. But this is the game that you're like, oh, no, they lose that every time. It's usually Ohio State or whatever, this point in the year. But there are some really intriguing games this weekend. Zach, always appreciate it. We'll do it again next week. Thanks for making time for us, as always, every Friday.
Thank you, Zach.
Absolutely. You guys have a great weekend.
You too. Zach Gillum, the VP of Wagering and Gaming at Oaklawn. What a great experience to go to Oaklawn and spend a weekend. And not just at Oaklawn, but all of Hot Springs. But that sports book and the sports bar there, the amenities they have at the Oaklawn Resort. Now, if you haven't been there in the last couple of years, you haven't been there. Log on to oaklawn.com, see what all they've got going on with the event center, the concerts he mentioned, bunch of promotions. I mean, you really can. It can be like a staycation where you can go down there, and if you don't want to be in the casino, you're not really into gambling, there's all kinds of other things to do, and the way they have the hotel set up with the new resort and the 4-star Forbes spa and the incredible restaurants there are not even a part of the casino. They're just adjacent to it. So you could have a whole weekend there and not even go in the casino, but if you like playing, it's right there. I mean, it's connected. But Oaklawn.com for all the details on that. When we come back, you know what we're going to do?
What's that?
We're going to get Bart's locks.
Okay. All right.
We're going to get his overall record. He somehow, I always think we're coming in here on Monday and he went 1-2.
No.
But he somehow is above 500.
18-9-1.
18. I mean, that'll get you.
What's the season so though?
That is
this season so far.
8-4.
College football.
That goes,
8-4.
That goes all the way
football.
back to
I got
January
you.
1st of 2025.
I understand.
Yeah.
College football this year 8-4.
So, okay,
667.
That's
right
great.
there, yeah.
That's great. Okay.
That's like an Outback Bowl. Through 12 games, you're sitting in the Outback
That's right.
Bowl. I mean, good job.
Go 8-4 going to Tampa.
Those locks are coming up next. You guys are part of my family. Everyone that listens to this show is just part of the Chuck and Bo family. We're building a community here.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Some moments just call for something unforgettable. At Blakeman's, you don't just buy a diamond. You create an unforgettable experience. Their newly remodeled space is stunning with Cafe B right inside and their in-house diamond expert that'll help you find the perfect piece every time. That's just part of the Blakeman's experience. When you see the purple bag, you know it's something special. It always saves the day. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. It's more than jewelry. It's your story.
The voice of the Razorbacks is Chuck Barrett, and he chose McDonald Eye Associates for his recent cataract surgery.
I went to McDonald Eyes. I can see in a way I've not seen in a long time. And I'm looking forward to this football season because of that. Your eyes are a big deal. I don't care if you're a sports play-by-play guy or what you do. You have to have trust. My trust was developed because I knew they were listening to me.
For your best vision, trust McDonald Eye. Online and same-day appointments at mcdonaldeye.com.
Oaklawn is your hot springs escape. Enjoy plush comfort, upscale dining, and Arkansas's only Forbes 4-star rated spa at our luxury hotel. And with easy access to Hot Springs National Park and sparkling lakes, Oaklawn is your home base for everything the region has to offer. Come stay, play, and get away at Oaklawn, a Forbes Travel Guide recommended hotel. Make your reservation at oaklawn.com. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700.
Cutting corners is generally a bad idea. And when it comes to roofing, it's real bad. That's why Teamwork Roofing and Construction uses only the best materials, like Malarkey shingles, which perform better, protect longer, and are more sustainable. Residential or commercial. Got a complicated job? They've got the certified crews ready to deliver on time and on budget. You need a roof that's built on quality and powered by Teamwork. Teamwork Roofing and Construction. Log on to teamworkbuilt.com and get a quote today. That's teamworkbuilt.com. Today's been a strange day.
Yeah, we've had some struggles here and there. Let's just be blunt. Can we be blunt?
Well, it's 50-50 at best.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart's over there fact-checking. Kind of ruined.
Just ruined the whole day for me. Has everything I've said on this show been fact-checked?
This would not have happened. This would not have happened.
Have you gone home and fact-checked everything I've said?
No.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Bart deals in facts, though. Facts first.
All the time. Teamwork Roofing and Construction does the same thing. That's what you're always going to get when you deal with them. They're going to give you the facts. They're going to walk you through the job. They're going to get you a roof that you can be proud of because it's going to last and you're going to feel like the investment was well done. If it's an insurance claim and you're getting quotes, make sure Teamwork Roofing and Construction is one of them. Only the best materials like Malarkey shingles, built to last longer. They don't cut corners. They do it the right way and they leave the job clean. Their whole goal is to not leave a single nail. With some of these jobs, 25,000 nails that are being used. I mean, they just take personal pride in it like it's their own house. Teamwork Roofing and Construction, teamworkbuilt.com. Check out their website. Teamwork Roofing and Construction's built on quality and powered by teamwork. Bart operates alone when it comes to the locks, though. There's no teamwork in that.
Got to go with your gut, man.
Locks.
Go with it.
Let's go.
8-4 on the year. College football.
That's right.
That's almost good enough to get your own 900 number.
We're getting there. We're closing in on the.
I think you could do it now.
Vegas' best kept secret. Bart Pullman.
Oh boy. Hey, Kansas State and UCF play this weekend. Kansas State is a 5.5-point favorite in this game, despite UCF being undefeated, and K-State just looking terrible this year. They've looked awful. They looked bad in the Ireland game. They lost to Army that had lost to
Tarleton State.
Tarleton State the week before. They've looked terrible. This line makes no sense at all. Again, K-State a 5.5-point favorite. It's a red flag. It's a red flag.
Not
Doesn't
so
make any
fast,
sense.
my friends.
So per our good friend Chris Felica, the Bear, Fox Sports Now, it's the 14th time since 1978 that a team 3-0 or better is a dog to a team that's 1-3 or worse. The last 13 teams, 2-11 against the spread. Give me the Wildcats to cover the 5.5.
Oh, wow.
Just too suspicious.
I could have sworn you were going the other way.
Too suspicious. I don't love it. I don't love it.
That was
So we're
college game day-esque.
Really
the way
was.
he delivered that.
We're going
Man,
K-State
your
minus 5.5.
delivery
You need to be building your resume here, building your reel.
Okay.
We'll loan you to college game day just like for Saturdays.
Hey, have you heard about Kirk Signetti?
Google me.
Yeah, he wins. And that's what they're going to do this weekend as well. At Iowa, Indiana, an 8.5-point favorite. A lot of points, 8.5-point favorite.
Favorites.
But in Big Ten games, he's 8-1 against the spread as a favorite. And only one of those games was decided by less than 14 points. He is blowing teams out in the Big Ten. Iowa, look, they still can't score. They don't have a quarterback. Twice this year, their quarterback's thrown for under 100 yards in a game. They can't keep up with Indiana. I don't care where they play this game. It could be in continental Europe. It could be in south of the border. It could be in a Waffle House parking lot. Indiana is going to score so many points, and they are going to win going away.
The band's going to be worn out if you're right. 2 weeks in a row, they're going to be playing the whole game.
Indiana.
Did you like that, Chuck?
Yeah, it was good.
Iowa just also hasn't played anybody. They haven't been tested at all. Indiana big. They covered the 8.5 with ease.
Wow.
Finally, we're picking an 11 a.m. game, but it's not Arkansas Notre Dame. Illinois hosts USC. The Trojans a 7-point favorite. Under Lincoln Riley, USC is 0-11 against the spread as a favorite outside the state of California. This game kicks off at 9 a.m. Los Angeles time. There's a reason USC was in the Pac-12 because they played other teams in their time zone. This is a no-win situation for USC. Give me Illinois in a huge bounce-back effort after getting blown out against Indiana. Illinois +7. Give me the Fighting Bielemas. I bet they win the game outright, but give them to me +7.
Yeah, I love that pick. That to me. I don't know anything, but that would be the number one pick for me. Total bounce back game. That's the way Bielema. He's gonna have those guys fired up. They're so embarrassed after what happened, and you got USC coming in, and this whole East Coast
USC
West
also hasn't
Coast
played
thing,
anybody either. They're
this whole coast to coast Big Ten thing. What did I tell you guys the other day? I heard a stat that I want to say 3-11 or 4-11.
The travel teams are getting killed.
The East Coast teams going to the West Coast in the Big Ten are like 3-11 or 4-11, and then you just gave me the other one going back the other way.
The game kicks off at 9 a.m. local time for the USC players and coaches. Like, what are we doing there?
And they played the latest game last weekend. So they were the last one playing last weekend, and then the first one playing this weekend.
That's right.
You have Big Ten teams kicking off at 9 o'clock local time, as early as that, and Michigan State kicked off the other night at 11 o'clock East Lansing time.
And that was against USC.
That was against
won that
USC
game.
out in L.A.
Not impressively, though. USC's only played Missouri State, Georgia Southern, Purdue, and a bad Michigan State team. Haven't looked that impressive. So give me Illinois. To recap, K-State -5.5, Indiana -8.5, Illinois +7.
We got calls to take. Thank you, Bart, for the locks. Great recap, too. That'll be posted on social media. We're also going to post the women's basketball clinic, the Arkansas men's basketball women's clinic presented by Blakeman's Fine Jewelry is Sunday. Doors open at noon at the basketball practice facility. Clinic start time 1:30 to 3:30. Ladies 21 and over are eligible to participate in this event. We'll post the link on Chuck and Bo's social media pages. Is that up yet, or will it be up by 9 o'clock?
It will be up by 9 o'clock.
Okay, by 9 o'clock. Blakeman's Fine Jewelry. presenting that. Get
35 minutes.
Get on it. Brian in Ozark has phoned in. I can't imagine why. Brian, good morning.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Not much.
So I was listening to you, and I kind of agree that Notre Dame's not that good, but they are 1 and 2, ranked in the top 25 for the first time ever. 2 lost teams been ranked this early. The 2 losses, Miami would have beat Arkansas easily, and A&M will beat Arkansas. And here's the real deal that nobody's talking about.
Tell us.
I'm anxious to hear this.
Yeah, in the last 5 years, under Sam Pittman, Arkansas has sucked in Fayetteville and is used to getting the crap kicked out of them.
Yeah, the way
easily blown out of
the
Fayetteville.
way Texas
In
just
5
killed them
years.
in that first game back.
Yeah.
What was it,
Tennessee,
21?
Tennessee,
21, the way
Texas.
Texas came in here. Was it 20 or 21, Brian? I forget.
When was it? When did they beat Tennessee, a playoff team in Fayetteville? When was that? Well, that was last year.
Yeah, how many teams beat Arkansas and Fayetteville last year? 5?
I think we're
How many years
comparing.
before?
I think we're comparing
How many
apples
years
to
before?
apples when we talk about Texas, Notre Dame, Texas and Notre Dame and Tennessee. That's what this game is on Saturday. We can get to all the whatever games later, but when these games,
I mean,
okay. And if you will refer to Charlie Strong's crappy ass Texas players that should have never been at Texas, you're right. They sucked that year. But those was under a worthless
not the only
Arkansas
time.
coach.
That's not the
So what are you saying, Brian? Let's just get down to the point here. What are you saying about Saturday?
What are you
The point
driving
is, Arkansas will get their butts kicked by almost everybody in Fayetteville this year.
Okay. Do you want to make a wager on this game tomorrow?
Not making any wagers. I'm just telling you.
Well, I mean, you're telling me they're going to get their butt kicked.
Arkansas.
They're going to get their butt kicked. See, now here's the thing, Brian. Here's the thing, Brian. I don't think it's fair to say you're just a giant.
No better than KJ Jefferson.
Hey, Brian.
He ain't no better than KJ.
Let me ask you a question, Brian, real quick. Is it fair? Is it fair to ask if you're just a giant gas bag? Like you're just talk. You're just talk. You're just talk.
What?
You're just talking. You don't even mean half of it.
I told you the truth. I just told you the truth.
What is the truth?
Arkansas sucks in Fayetteville. Arkansas sucks in Fayetteville.
What about
Look
this?
at their record in the last 5 years.
I don't.
Fat Pittman.
I don't care. We're talking about this game on Saturday.
They will lose.
And I said, "Do you want to make a friendly wager on it?" And you said no.
Because the last
Okay,
time he did, he lost.
Tell me a friendly wager. Let's hear it.
All right. I will buy you lunch. I'm not going to be with you, but I'll buy you lunch.
He'll Venmo you the money.
Or you can buy me lunch if Arkansas is within a touchdown of Notre Dame.
Buy you lunch where?
I don't care where. You can send me $12. You send me $12 for lunch, I'll send you $12 for lunch. And my bet is that Arkansas will be within a touchdown in this game or they'll win it outright.
No, let's straight up, win or lose.
Well, you said they're going to get
for it.
killed.
That's right. But why not straight up if you think Arkansas is going to win?
Well, why not get points if you think they're going to kill
You're
them?
full of it. I'm done with the gas bag. Rod on I-40. He just talks.
His mouth's moving, but he's not saying anything.
No, that's exactly right. Rod, good morning.
Good morning, guys. It sounds like you guys got a bit of a rat killing going on. I'd say that Brian lacks situational awareness. My dad used to say that when somebody done something dumb or said something dumb, he'd say, son, he lacks situational awareness. Finally, one day I was about 12. I said, what do you mean? He goes, well, you see the squirrel run across the road? Yes, sir. You see him running halfway back, give him halfway back? Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Then he tries again. This time he almost makes it. He goes, well, he got hit by a car. He lacked situational awareness.
Yeah. The road,
So,
the road to indecision is full of dead squirrels. And that's
true.
Yeah, that's Brian. Rob, we got to hit a break. Anything else before we let you go?
Yeah. No, I just love hearing Eddie O. I mean, I love the guy. I mean, him and that plays black as shades of Happy Gilmore, right?
Exactly. We got Brett McMurphy coming up next from On3 to give us his insights on the big games this weekend, including Arkansas Notre Dame.
You can tell I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Buying or selling a home's a big deal, and you want someone who is with you every step of the way. That's why those of us at the Chuck and Bo Show wholeheartedly recommend Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, because we've experienced it. They've been my partners for life. They're Bo's partner now, and I promise you, when you become involved with Weicker Realtors, the Griffin Company, they'll become your partners for life too. They've been turning houses into homes since 1978, and you can always log on and check out their selection at WeicherGriffin.com.
High school sports in Northwest Arkansas and the River Valley have never had a bigger stage. I'm Melissa Orange, host of the Varsity Vibe podcast, and every week we'll be bringing you the stories, highlights, and moments that matter most to our communities. Don't miss a beat. Subscribe to our newsletter, check out the Varsity Vibe podcast, and follow us on social media for the latest scores and spotlight features. Get it all at varsityvibearkansas.com.
Particularly in the South, I'm not sure there's a title that carries more weight than coach. Maybe preacher.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Is there anything worse than being in a line at a convenience store and you got a lottery ticket buyer? It tests every bit of patience, religion, everything good in your life, it tests.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
All right, so it's Game 5. Arkansas and Notre Dame. The Irish still ranked number 22 in the country.
It's a fifth game.
4.5 favorite. 11 a.m. kick, ABC. We had Taylor McGregor on the show yesterday. She was talking about it being an elimination game for Notre Dame in terms of making the playoffs because they were obviously a playoff contender coming into the season. Brett McMurphy of On3, longtime college football reporter, joining us on the Chuck and Bo Show. Brett, good morning. Thanks for hopping on.
Good to talk to you, Bo. How you doing?
Man, we're doing great. Chuck and I are just sitting here all week talking about what's going to happen with Arkansas football. If Arkansas loses, who knows? It's an off week. Maybe they make a change. If they win, maybe they make a run. What are your thoughts on where the Razorbacks sit going into this game against Notre Dame?
Yeah, obviously, kind of what we talked about, I think in this summer was the difficult stretch that they're in right now and the impossible situation that Memphis game was between Ole Miss and Notre Dame, and yet, they should have won it, but they didn't, obviously. It's kind of like everybody in the SEC, Bo. You look at the rest of the schedule, and they're like, oh, my God, how are they going to survive this? But the reality is, if they survive that, they're going to be okay. It's just, the unknown is how are the different teams, whether it's Arkansas, whether it's Florida, whether it's LSU, Georgia, et cetera, how are they going to survive, multiple ranked teams in multiple weeks down the stretch? I mean, it's pretty obvious to anybody. Arkansas's got one of the best offenses in the country, no question. Petrino's offense has looked, very, very good. Green's done well at quarterback. The issue, defensively, they get into a lot of tennis matches, back and forth. I think, Saturday will be another one. A ton of offense. Both defenses for Notre Dame and Arkansas have not done a lot this year. So if you like high-scoring games, if you want to go over the total, if you know what I'm talking about, I would highly recommend it. But I don't see anybody getting many stops, and it may simply be who's the cliche, who has the ball last is going to end up on top. But I think it's a low number on the spread. I think it's a game Arkansas can win, and if so, they could, basically give a death blow to Notre Dame's playoff hopes if they do pull out the win at home.
Brett, what's the issue with Notre Dame's defense right now? I mean, everyone talks about it. You've maybe had a closer look than some others. What's your take right now?
Well, the biggest difference is you've got a new defensive coordinator. Chris Ash is the new defensive coordinator. And, Marcus Freeman has been asked repeatedly, in press conferences about, are you going to take over calling the defenses? Are you, and he's like, no, it's, we've talked about it. And he's gone into great depth. So this is something that's very frustrating for them. Al Golden was the defensive coordinator last year. He's now with the Cincinnati Bengals. So Chris Ash comes in, former head coach at Rutgers. He's been a defense coordinator at a few places. And it simply has not worked. I thought going into the season, I thought overall as a team, I thought Notre Dame was probably one of the top 3 or 4 teams as far as returning talent. I would have put them up there with Penn State. Also, I'm laughing, Clemson, and we see what's happened to Clemson right now. So, just because you return a lot of folks doesn't mean you're going to replicate the success you had last year. But, whether it's fair or not, who cares about being fair, right, when you're talking about college football? But whether it's fair or not, the biggest difference is a defensive coordinator. And I think that's part of the reason. Is that all the reason? No. But, you guys, I'm sure, watched the A&M game. gave up 40 points, gave up that last 2-minute touchdown, even if it was a controversial fourth down play. They just couldn't get a stop when they had to, and that's kind of been their MO all season. And now they play the toughest offense they've faced all season. And how's that going to work unless there's just some drastic changes or differences that they haven't showed so far? I don't see how they slow down. I don't see how they slow down Arkansas. I really don't.
Let's talk about the Alabama situation. After the Florida State loss, I mean, it was as if they weren't going to win another game this year or not a conference game. I mean, I know that's hyperbole, but it was like, can this team win 7-8 games? Now they go to Georgia, and they're only a 3-point underdog. What do you make of that game?
Yeah, Bo, you're right. I mean, I think that game opened at Georgia 3.5, and it may have ticked down a little bit. So, a lot of people, at least right now, a day before kickoff, it seemed like more people are taking the Alabama side than the Georgia side. And you're right, Bo. I think everybody, what a shock, overreaction when we're analyzing football teams. But yeah, Alabama was dead, right? That was it. The board needs to go. They're not going to win a game. But I don't necessarily think they're back. I think they're again. I was talking about most talented teams coming into the season. Alabama was near the top of that list for me too. I think Florida State's really good, and I think Florida State has shown that. Florida State goes at Virginia tonight. That's not going to be an easy game. That's going to be a tough game for the Seminoles. I think Virginia's underrated. We'll figure out if you'll get a better read if Florida State is legit a college football playoff contender. For Alabama, obviously, UL Monroe, that's a scrimmage. They handle Wisconsin. I don't think Wisconsin's very good. So I'm kind of hesitant to say Alabama's all the way back because I think, the two teams they played, basically don't show me a lot. They do get a couple players. They get their best defensive lineman back. Jan Miller's back at running back for this game. They were without him, those two guys, the early part of the season. So, this is going to, tell us if Alabama's got a shot. I mean, a win here, they're certainly, in great position for the college football playoff. You could argue if they lose here, they still got a shot, but they would have to win out, which, in the SEC, anything can happen, but probably unlikely. And for Georgia, obviously, they're undefeated. So a loss here, they're fine. They can win enough games down the stretch. But, Alabama has dominated this series. They've won 9 of the last 10. This is only the first time they've played in Athens in 12 years, I think. So this will be an electric atmosphere. I mean, it's weird. Every time we see Georgia and Alabama, it's usually in Atlanta for the SEC title or the national title game. But, I think with Alabama getting, Miller back and their top defensive lineman, I think they're much improved. I'm kind of hesitant, though, because, again, you can only judge people by who they beat. But this will be a fascinating game. But yeah, if Alabama loses this game, then the folks will come out of the woodwork that the boy's got to go. He can't coach. I don't believe that. I mean, he's following the hardest person to follow in the history of sports, but he knew that when he took that job.
Yeah, Brett McMurphy, covering college football on 3.com. Hey, what about the LSU Ole Miss game? LSU, first couple of weeks of the season, it's like, man, this is probably the best team in the country. Is there a chance Ole Miss wins this game?
Yeah, I think there is, Bo, and I think when you were starting out on LSU, I thought you were going to say exactly what I was going to say, and it's like, yeah, LSU started out, hey, this could be the best team in the country, but let's take a deeper look at what they've actually done. They scored 17 points on a 1-3 Clemson. They struggled with Louisiana Tech. Fine, you had a hangover. They beat Florida 20-10. their offense only scored 13 points. They had a pick six. They had 5 interceptions, and they only had 13 points on offense. And then Southeast Louisiana, that's a tomato can. That's worthless. So I don't know if LSU's as good as we think they are. I like Ole Miss in this game. I like the fact that Lane Kiffin's, retweeting his daughter dating, LSU's linebacker and recommending people to take the over.
That's awesome.
That Ole Miss is going to put up a lot of points. Keep in mind that Ole Miss plays Georgia in a couple weeks, so maybe his daughter will be dating somebody from Georgia in a couple weeks. We'll have to see. No, I think this is. I think for as far as the SEC, I think we're going to learn a lot about LSU and Alabama this week because I think the perception about both may be off, and I do specifically think LSU. I would not be surprised if Ole Miss wins this game. I'm not going to say they're going to run away with it, but I just think Ole Miss has really looked good, and the change of quarterback with Trinidad. I mean, he's basically Wally Pipp Simmons out of the starting role. I don't see how you go back to Simmons with what Trinidad's done. And Ole Miss, Ole Miss has a Lane Kiffin offense, which they always do. The question for Ole Miss is, when they get to the end of the season, can they avoid losing to the likes of Kentucky and Florida, to stay in the college football playoff hunt? But Bo, I think I like Ole Miss in this. I mean, maybe LSU will surprise me, but you look a little bit closer what LSU has done and who they've done it against. Their offense has not been that impressive. I mean, Brian Kelly, went ballistic after a win when he was questioning about his running game and stuff. So, I do like Ole Miss in this game because I think LSU is a little overinflated in everybody's mind because of that opening win against Clemson.
Brett, always great stuff, man. Enjoy the weekend of games. Appreciate you making time for us and hope to do it again soon.
Anytime, Bo. Thank you.
Thank you, man. Brett McMurphy on 3. Lot to still figure out, and we're going to find it out as we continue to play games like we're going to see this weekend. 8:47, back in a minute on the Chuck and Bo Show. It's Friday. It's almost game day. Chuck has a little bit of a bad habit of getting on Facebook and buying things.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
It seems like everything is more expensive this year, but replacing your AC doesn't have to be. If you need to replace your AC this summer, before you commit, price check with Paschal. You can save money and use the professionals to replace your system. Enjoy the peace of mind knowing you chose the best option for your home. Visit GoPaschal.com and with just a few clicks, see how much you can save with the Paschal Price Check. Paschal Air, Plumbing, and Electric.
When something goes wrong, a car wreck, an injury, mounting debt, or getting denied the help you deserve, it's hard to know where to turn.
That's when Cadell Reynolds shows up. This is a team that fights for Arkansans. Personal injury, disability, bankruptcy, they handle it all. And they know how to get results.
You've got enough to deal with. Don't try to figure it out alone.
Call Cadell Reynolds, 866-314-3728, or visit CadellReynolds.com.
Cadell Reynolds. Make the right call.
Are your gutters ready for fall? Leaves are coming, and that means it's time to protect your home. At Hogtroff Gutters, they install high-quality leaf guards that actually work. Don't waste money on the cheap guards from big box stores that clog up, and don't get stuck paying triple the price with those big national companies. With Hogtroff, you get the best of both worlds: professional installation, premium aluminum, and stainless steel guards, as well as a 20-year warranty. Give them a call today to schedule your free inspection, or visit hoggutters.com.
So I spent yesterday, you mind if I share?
I'm looking forward to it.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
By the way, good morning. We just kind of jumped in, and we're coffee deep. And hey, everybody,
Morning, Bart.
welcome in.
Edward.
I smell the bacon cooking. It's going to be a good day.
The Chuck and Bo Show.
Coming up next on the Morning Rush, maybe Ty can explain his take on Arkansas. Please don't have the ball last.
I think I'm going to be honest. If I'm an Arkansas fan, and maybe our audience doesn't feel this way, I don't want my offense to have the ball at the end of that game. Legitimately, I would rather, as bad as they've been in last two games, I would rather have the Arkansas defense with the chance to stop C.J. Carr and that Notre Dame offense at the tail end of that game. And that may be way off and when people's thought process and everything else, but to just maybe give them a chance to wash the bad taste out of their mouth the last 2 weeks. What a way to do it, to knock off a top 25 opponent who's never stepped foot in Fayetteville.
Nelson's and Harrison. Nelson, you agree with that? You want to make sure the Arkansas defense is out there last in a one-score game?
No, I don't want the Arkansas defense to be out there last. I don't even want the Arkansas defense to be out there over more times than they need to be. Yeah. I want the Arkansas defense to be out there minimal amount of time in this game. I want the Arkansas offense to be taking care of business. I want to see our running backs. I want to see Talon. I want to see our receivers. I don't want to see us playing around, messing around. This is what I want to see. I want to see this team have fun. I want to see this team look like they're enjoying it, which I know these kids on this team from hearing them talk to Chuck and to Bo, and hearing them talk to you, Chuck, and hearing them talk in their podcast if they got one, Carmelo Jr. These kids are just wanting to have fun. They're wanting to play football. They're wanting to put forth the best product that they can on the football field. And they have had – it's so crazy because this team has had opportunities to make great things happen, and they've had some controversial things go on in ball games that, and they don't even – it's like, we don't care about that. We're not looking in the rearview mirror. All the obstacles and opportunities are in the windshield, for this team. And everything about this, guys, is set up. We can go in here. This is not a huge this is not Notre Dame. This is a Notre Dame team that is susceptible. And this is a Notre Dame team that can lose games. They lost to Northern Illinois last year, and look where they made it. We've lost to Ole Miss and Memphis, two teams that are, if you ask somebody, people would say, well, they can make college football playoff. Northern Illinois was not making the college football playoff last year.
Yeah.
So we've got everything in front of us. Guys, I want to see them go out, have fun, play this season in quarters. The first quarter was so-so.
We gotta run, but I hear you.
Saturday starts a new season.
Yeah.
Let's go home.
There you go. Saturday starts a new season.
That's how you wrap it up right there.
Chuck, it's time.
It is time. Notre Dame's in town.
You're 26 hours away from kickoff.
Time to get ready.
Walk-ons is open at 9 a.m. tomorrow in Fayetteville, serving breakfast if you're interested in pre-gaming there. I love a day or weekend at Big Creek Country Club in Mountain Home. The golf, the people, the hospitality, and the events they host always hit the mark, and members enjoy it all. State-of-the-art practice facilities, food, beverages, a big pool with a snack and beverage bar, tennis and pickleball courts, and they can even book you an exclusive fly fishing trip. There's no initiation fee, and for out-of-towners, a membership is only $180.